Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
You are now listening to the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show.
Good morning. It's the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show coming to you live from Facebook Live and YouTube. The number to call in, 516-900-2278. We are the Weekend Review Show. We do this every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on Facebook Live and YouTube. We have the usual suspects in studio. How's everybody doing? Let's start off with Bino. Bino, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, King. How are you?
Okay, enough of this crap. Oh, my God. I can't with this, man. I can't.
What happened, beloved? What happened?
All right, let me just introduce everybody and we'll get back to this. Crystal, how are you doing? You're in studio. How are you doing, Crystal?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well. We have Voice. Voice, what are we doing?
I'm trying to get connected. Yeah.
All right, you have to wait till next week, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Late, beloved.
Good morning.
So, let me just ask around.
Yes.
I know you have. You've seen the movie. Have you seen the movie yet?
I'm seeing it tonight.
You're seeing it tonight. Mm-hmm. Now, there's this been an annoying thing that's been going on.
What's wrong?
Since somebody's seen the movie.
What happened, King?
Everybody.
Call them out.
Apparently, everybody's from Harlem now because now everybody's beloved.
Beloved.
And kings and queens like Loaded Lux over here.
Beloved Ed. Missed out, beloved Ed. Yes, continue.
Can we please stop?
Stop what?
Stop with the beloved. Stop calling me beloved.
Beloved.
He's been going there since yesterday.
Wake up, okay?
He's woke.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's woke.
Oh, so you see the movie once. Actually, no, you saw it twice.
Round two.
Saw it twice, thank you.
Saw it twice.
Please.
And you're woke right now. Meanwhile,
I
while you eat
my bacon jerky.
Bacon jerky, right?
My swine jerky, yes.
Good job.
Swine, beloved Ed?
No.
No, thank you.
Beloved? Swine?
No, not at all.
Okay. Hater,
That's
beloved?
the devil, by the way.
No, I don't want to. Stop calling me beloved,
devil.
man.
No problem, okay. Sure.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh my God, King. Unbelievable.
I finally saw the movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to hate on it.
Why does everybody think I hate on every...
Because you are.
You do.
No, I don't.
You're definitely hater of the year.
Heard some feedback that Jordan could play a little better.
Yeah, what?
Michael B. Jordan could have played a little bit better.
Well, you know what? I didn't think... Michael Jordan just seemed out of character. I don't know if that...
Right, yeah.
seems-
Yeah, that's what-
Yeah,
that's
I
the
feel
feedback
the
I
same
heard, too.
way. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I don't... Him as like as a villain. Because he's
A
always
gangster
been
villain
this
from
lovable
Oakland, from what they
character.
said?
Huh?
A gangster villain from Oakland?
Yeah, it was just this weird... like Michael B. Jordan as a villain, you really don't buy it. That's probably my only thing about the movie.
Let him expand his range.
Of course, no, I get that.
Like, he just
You see what I'm
wasn't
saying, though,
Wow,
right?
convincing, that's all.
Right,
But
right,
I
right.
think he did a great job.
Other than that, though, I think the movie all in all was great. I would definitely love to see it again. I'm not going to go around calling everybody beloved. That's for damn sure.
Not you, hater.
Queen, you hear him?
I do.
Queen.
I do, King.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
King.
my God.
Unbelievable. What?
Queen, okay.
Queen, yeah, exactly. Voice, if you come in here with that BS
You
next week.
think for 1 second that I'm going to be doing that. You know me well.
Why
Y'all
not
know me.
Mon Cherie?
Exactly.
Marcel Marché.
Lavoir. He speaks everyone's language.
Right.
If we go to Russia,
Can we speak in
he
Russian?
gonna be a communist by the end of the day. Yet watch a nice uplifting black movie,
That's right.
and he can't refer to me as the king and beloved that I am.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Niet.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Let's say good morning to everybody on the thread. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Carol Ross.
Mr.
Good morning,
Musclehead
sweet
Skillet.
mama. Musclehead Skillet is in the building.
I thought Muscle was supposed to come in. What happened to him last week?
Yeah, we definitely got stood up.
Flake,
Oh, we
Flake
got
beloved,
some-
yes,
oh,
exactly.
Flake.
Flake on us something crazy.
Oh, word.
Yo, by the time I'm like, yo, where Musclehead? Oh, he flew back to Texas. What the hell?
It happened out of nowhere.
Oh,
what can you
my God, man. So listen, man, thank you for watching and listening to us. Call us up 516-900-2278. How was everybody's week? How was your week, Crystal?
It was good. I had a stressful week at work, but it was good. Other than
Why
that.
was it stressful, if you mind
I
us
mean,
asking?
just,
Was it
I
just
got a lot of events going on, and I just am trying to be,
Okay.
the regular smiley person that I am.
Oh man.
The cheerful
That's what's up,
person
Queen.
that I am.
That's what's up, Queen.
Thank you, King. Beloved.
Beloved,
Jesus
don't mock me,
Yo,
beloved. Okay.
this is so
Might as well make
Either
this
you're in it or you're
into a
not.
song.
Okay. Please.
I don't understand, but I don't understand why it bothers you when you call everybody Mon Cherie and my love and
I mean, I've been doing that. Movie took it took 2 hours for everybody to just change their ways.
That's what I'm
Just go-
saying. Like, right.
Haters, yo.
It took actually 4 hours
That's
for
like
him.
somebody saying
4 hours
after
for
Martin
him,
Luther
yeah.
King's speech and then they changed their ways. Why? Because he had one speech. Like, come
So
on
this movie
now.
made everybody woke, is what you're
Right,
saying.
exactly.
Not everybody, but a lot of people, yes.
First of all, Hater Beloved and T-Mobile Beloved.
Oh,
I was
Lord.
already woke. I was already woke before the movie. Okay?
You weren't calling anybody. First of all, you weren't calling anybody beloved or queen or king.
Excuse yourself. The whole month I've been woke. This is Black History Month.
Oh,
Let's keep
my.
that in mind.
So thank God.
You saying
I
that
never
February
I made it
1st.
clear in January I was going to be woke the whole month.
So wait.
Okay?
So February 1st, the Beloved name started.
Right.
Yo, T-Mobile Beloved, I don't got to explain shit to
Oh,
you.
okay.
Exactly.
You-
Right.
You
exactly.
ain't nobody to ask me any questions.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay? I've been
That's the
woke
best
The
answer we
idea I
can
have to
the whole
side with
month.
voice or something
Okay?
even makes me even more sick.
First of all, your sick ass need to take some NyQuil. You need to be NyQuil Beloved. That's what you need to be.
Yeah, you
Coughing
sound,
all over
you
the place.
sound a little
Exactly.
like yesterday. You
Nah,
all
that
right?
sounds terrible. But
Yo, the
I'm out-
Musclehead. So hold on. Shout out to Ziggs. Ziggs was good. Liliana, how are you? Good morning. The Musclehead Skillet says he got held up helping the wifey shop for her brother-in-law's party and that he apologizes.
What happened to
Is
online
apology
shopping?
accepted, ladies and gentlemen? Or?
I can't call it.
Okay.
Either way.
Sorry, King.
We love you,
Either way,
Musclehead.
Musclehead, you flaked on us, yo.
Sorry, King.
You're still my favorite Marine.
Oh my God.
That's right.
All right, so this I never thought I would say this ever in my life.
Yes.
But I can't wait for Black History Month to be over.
You're such a hater. I cannot believe that came out of your mouth just now.
'Cause
Oh
I'm
my
telling you, I
God.
can't-
You know what's crazy, Queen?
Oh my God!
What's going on, King?
Queen.
What's going on, King?
Oh
Talk
my
to
This
me.
has been the best Black History Month
Ever.
in a long time. I'm saying, period. This has been the greatest
Yeah,
Black
you're
History
right.
This is the
You're
first
right.
one.
You're right. You're
Thank
right.
you.
And you have single-handedly ruined it for everybody. Come on, Queen. Come on, King. What?
Yo,
You're not Loaded Lux. Stop.
It's gonna have like a Beloved theme song coming soon.
unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I can't believe the hate is coming from you, though.
No,
Across
exactly,
the
yo.
No,
table.
I
Exactly.
actually have to side with him because it's
And that's
too-
rare. But
too-
y'all a family, so I get it. Families stick
Oh
together.
hell no, cousin.
Hate-filled family.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell them.
Hunter Times 2 in
Family,
here.
you mind not hitting the TV, by the way? Like, you keep knocking the TV over, too.
Yes.
I was
Clumsy
wondering
beloved.
when she gonna do that. I was wondering. I kept looking at it like, okay,
Angry beloved.
5, 4.
3, 2. All right, man. Let's get to the top 5 stories of the week and get out of this mess, please.
All right, King, go ahead.
This is the top 5 stories of the week.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yes, Queen. It is the top 5 stories of the week. All right, so let's start off with this. Obviously, after the Florida school shooting, there have been a lot of demonstrations, a lot of rhetoric, spewed both ways, and now we've got to the point where our president decided he wanted to sit down with some of the survivors, some of the parents of the victims, and actually hear them out, which you would think you would want to commend, and you think it'd be a heart-to-heart situation, although he had all his points written down. The last one being, I hear you. I don't understand. Last time I checked, if you really want to hear somebody or understand somebody or be, or really have a heart-to-heart with someone,
Yes.
and you're really compassionate about a certain subject, you wouldn't need bullet points to
You would assume
to
so.
remind you that you want to tell people that I hear you.
Right.
And this idea that, and he finally has come with a solution that makes sense, according to him, and a few people on his that support him. Let's start arming the teachers with weapons.
Oh.
Because Lord knows if the teachers were armed,
Yes.
this would have never happened.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. Me being a black child that was a badass in school, you remember me. You think for 1 second I would trust a teacher? Especially if I'm going to annoy that teacher every single time I got kicked out of class and everything like that for using bad words or talking back and so on. My ass would be shot, no?
I mean, you know what? It's not even that per se. Like,
You don't think that they will get the fact that the power is in their hands right now, they'll try to use that as a
but
sword?
all right. So, a poll came out
Okay.
as far as the NYPD and them hitting targets. So they hit the intended target 18% of the time. These are trained cops.
Train cops.
18%.
Mind you, the NRA sponsors.
Imagine if your grades were 18%. You would be a failure, yes?
Absolutely, yep.
Failure.
Okay.
It's mildly
So
put.
now imagine a teacher. Pick any teacher. Mr. Feeney, per se.
Right.
Oh, good old Mr. Feeney.
He's 91 as of this week, they say.
God, happy
Is
birthday.
he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
Don't.
Exactly. Please don't you kill Mr. Feeney. Not on Black History Month. Don't do that. Okay. So imagine him having to bust his gun.
Yep.
If an armed shooter came in.
Right.
Like, what sense is that? It is arguably the dumbest idea, and Trump has plenty. But this is major.
The idea that you expect teachers to become Charles Bronson in the span of 5 minutes after hitting
Goddamn
one
Dirty Harry.
right, and then have the instinct to say to themselves, "Okay, well, now it's time for me to go in action."
Over my dead body.
But not only that, he added on to that and said, "We'll give them a little bonus."
Right,
A little bonus
It was
for
amazing.
having to now arm yourselves. And on top of that, remember, if you hear shots coming down the hallway, you expect the teacher to be like, "Kids, get down. I'm going outside." And put on.
Get out! Everyone, get out!
Like if they're coming at you, they know where they're going. You don't know where this is coming from, so you want to then put your life on the line. These teachers are not only teachers; they're mothers, they're wives, they're daughters. You're gonna put your life on the line.
It's amazing how we automatically find money in the budget for guns and bonuses now.
But they buying their own chalk. Some of them writing in blood if they forgot to go to the
Like,
supermarket.
hold on, let me prick myself.
Even crazier than that, there was some. I don't know if it's speculation unless they prove it, but if you expect the teachers to arm themselves and shoot, you had officials outside, right? Weren't
They
there
did
officials
step
outside?
aside.
We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
We'll get to those guys in a bit.
the idea that all of us, like, think of all the teachers that we had in our high school. Oh my God.
We had one.
Uh-huh.
The computer teacher. Obviously, I can't name his name.
Yeah, he cannot.
So to give y'all the history, this computer teacher was a failed actor
Yeah.
who failed at acting and became a computer teacher at our high school.
Oh yeah.
Crazy
you're
white
saying.
dude, right?
Yeah.
And around the
Funny, though.
time,
That's
there
how-
was a movie out, High School High,
Right.
and they had a song, Rhinestone Cowboy. Y'all remember that dumb shit?
Yes, yes.
So we all in the classroom, we keep singing like a rhinestone cowboy. We keep singing it. So the teacher, shut up, guys. Guys, please, I want to tell you again, shut up. The shut up now becomes, guys, please, shut your fucking mouths right now.
In a Catholic school?
In the Catholic school.
Oh gosh.
The fourth time. Shut the fuck up right now. Takes a computer and throws the computer across the room. Queen, I swear to you, we sitting there like just with our mouths open. So imagine if this fool had a gap.
Yep.
That was the
Y'all would've been
biggest
dead.
So it's amazing that.
And he would have went to, excuse me,
Yeah.
he would have went to a psychiatric ward, not jail, because they said he had mental
Mental
issues.
Well, again, I was about to
Yeah.
say, if they give him the cop rights, he can say, I fear for my life.
Right,
They kept on
right.
singing.
These black kids were scaring me.
Hello?
The idea that all of a sudden now police officers need to get background checks to become and actually have to take training into learning how to use a gun. Now we're gonna have teachers take.
Right, right.
So not only do they have to go to school and learn all the things and get all the certificates to become a teacher and so on and so forth, and then deal with badass kids at the same time, but now they have to get a certificate and go to target practice once a month.
Yes.
It's like, what are we doing?
The posters on that target pack is going to be Ferris Bueller and Zach Morris.
Listen, do you know how many kids? Yeah, do you imagine how many kids are gonna sneak to get their teachers' guns if they have an issue with somebody else in
Could
that
you
class?
imagine?
What?
Especially the way they get bullied and chumped up, they don't know how to
Oh
act.
my goodness.
And people think about, oh no, Chicago and New York. No. I'm talking about the South of the South. These kids, when they like, what's the little boy with the cleft lip that got made fun of a couple?
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
would have
yeah.
grabbed the gat not too long ago, and that's it.
It's just amazing that's the answer we came up with. Let's give the teachers a bonus. It's amazing.
A
We
little
gotta-
bonus.
A
We
little
can't have
bonus. They were
we
getting
can't have band anymore because we have to.
That's
we have
right.
to fund
We have target practice, yes. But your after-school programs are done, yes.
Right.
Exactly. Oh my God, what an idiot. I'm sorry. You mean to tell and you know I saw this funny post about now we're gonna have to listen to 16-year-olds about how we need to change our gun laws. Well, I would love to listen to somebody who was in the line of fire and actually was
Right.
traumatized by a certain situation.
And
you
they
know,
are
you're-
traumatized.
Your war-dodging president can damn sure speak about that, yes?
But my thing is, like, maybe you should listen. Like, that's the problem. Like, maybe you should listen to these kids because they were actually in it.
Correct.
Like, it's a traumatizing situation. Why would you poo-poo that? Why would you not even pay
Did you
attention
say
to that?
poo-poo there?
I did
Yes.
poo-poo, yeah, I did say
Please,
poo-poo.
watch your language.
Appropriate
I know exactly. I'm
Tell
trying to
you.
filter. It's still Sunday morning. Let's not
Yes.
forget the name of the show. All right, let's get to number 2. And number 2.
And number 2.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And number 2.
And number 2.
Yes. Number 2.
Number 2.
There we go! So Marco Rubio, senator from Florida, decided to meet with. They say he had to have a town hall with everybody represented with CNN, and got flat out asked, "Will you not accept money from the NRA moving forward?" They couldn't answer that question.
Well, the answer is yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah, yes.
continue to accept money, clearly.
Couldn't answer or didn't want to answer.
He
No,
answered
he
it
didn't want to
subliminally. He
answer.
basically says that he will be accepting donations to people who have a belief in his agenda. So that's essentially saying that since you roll with me, you're part of my team, then yeah, I'm going to continue to accept donations
Yeah, of
from you.
course.
The thing I don't get is like, why are we giving him credit for something that you're supposed to do? You're supposed to meet with your constituents. You know, like the idea that I gotta give Marco Rubio credit just because he decided to take some
He
time
showed
out.
up.
And he
He
showed
showed
up.
up.
Because I can't lie, because he went into the line of fire. That's
He
why.
sure did.
That's
Okay,
why.
but that's your job. These people voted you in. They pay your salary. Like, you have every right to meet with your constituents.
True, but a lot of people don't.
Oh no, you're right.
A lot of people don't,
and those
so.
they're worse people, but that was his job. And now, granted, the crowd was heated and very, you gotta expect those questions going to come regardless.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like accepting money from the NRA, what do you believe in? What are the things you think that needs to be changed as far as gun laws in this country? And nothing, in my opinion, nothing got resolved though.
No, not at all.
You know what? Nothing got resolved. But you know what? I felt really good to see that it was so many white people having these issues. Like, I felt like this was one time where you could take your hands off and be like, see, this is what you voted in, and now this is the issue that you have. Because now, until it affects your kids, you don't care until all of a sudden little Jimmy was running through a hallway and ducking because nobody really cared about the NRA. Let everybody have guns. Now all of a sudden, please get those ARs out of here. Like Bino said last week, those are the only things that were made to kill. Like, that's their only use.
Right.
That's it. And now all of a sudden that your kids are traumatized, now you want to run up here crying.
It's interesting you mentioned that you mentioned the white demographic. Reason being is a lot of people call us race baiting for that,
Yeah.
for like a statement like that.
Sure.
But here's one thing I'll always stand by. The NRA said no words about Philando Castile when he got killed, a legal gun owner.
Right.
They have yet to make a statement
Right.
out about Philando Castile, who got killed. He was concealed. He had a concealed weapon. To notify the officer of that, but NRA never defended them.
And he said
Also a
it, hey
teacher.
officer. Right.
Also a teacher.
Right. Hey officers, I'm just letting you know I have a gun on me. You shot him in the car with his fiance and his daughter
And
in
his
the
daughter
back,
in the car.
and has nothing to say. You took your hands off this black man, but now all of a sudden, and then I heard the NRA guy speaking, and he was just like, well, basically saying like it's only because the guy was like psychotic and deranged. Are you kidding me?
And word facts
Right.
came from that.
So we need more guns, basically.
Right.
That's always the
Right.
answer. That's the answer. What do you guys think about the corporations that are actually backing out of sponsorships from the NRA?
Finally.
It's about time.
Finally.
I say that, but you know what? It's always wait till everything dies down and we'll come back.
I don't know if this is going to
do you
die,
mean?
though, to be honest with you. Think about the children. The children are... One thing about children is that they hold grudges and they drag things out.
Of course, that's why I say I think this
can't
movement,
silence them, to be honest with you.
And the ones that are talking are the ones that are 17 turning 18 and can vote, and this
Yes.
is a year that really matters with them voting.
Midterm.
The midterm elections, this is what really matters for them and for us. But that goes into a lot of like, they had to be affected in this way because millennials really didn't vote this time, if I'm correct, right?
Right.
Now it's like the people coming right after them that really need to make this difference, because stuff like this is going to be more
Right.
common. There are copycats everywhere.
Right.
This is not, and everybody doesn't have armed sheriffs in their school.
Right. Now let's get to number 3.
Number 3.
So so the funny thing about this whole situation, so a report came out this week that there was a deputy sheriff that was on the scene and apparently waited outside about 4 minutes before actually doing anything.
That's great.
Actually, and it wasn't just him. I believe it was a few other
Possibly 3 others.
three others that didn't run into the line of fire, and so they're getting the part of the blame, which they should, because listen, your job as a police officer is to protect as many, especially in a school.
And also because the argument for legal gun owners is we need good guys with the guns in order to stop bad guys with guns.
You had 3 good guys with guns.
4.
4 good guys with guns.
4.
That did this.
They said,
It's
Yes.
Homer Simpson.
That dip.
Yeah, dipped. Not even dipped. Just waited outside.
They heard everything.
You
allegedly.
imagine that? You have the gun on you. You're trained to do this, and you sip. I don't even want to say sip of coffee. You just stand outside and wait 4. You know what 4 minutes can do? 4 minutes with 17 lives.
Yeah, 4 minutes is long. Like if you count 4 minutes.
Oh,
as
it's
a-
an
A minute in a
eternity when
fight,
someone is
right.
shooting an automatic
Right.
weapon. again, and it's your job. When you take those kind of jobs, you didn't get drafted into it or something of this nature. Like, you chose to do this job for whatever reason, whether you chose for the benefits or whatever the hell, or you wanted to be Chuck Norris. Here's the thing. Now's your time to be called into action.
Right.
Period. This is your job. This is part of your job to give up your life.
Absolutely.
So when you want to be a hero every other time, this is the time to actually stand up and be a hero. And if you cannot do that, you aren't worth it.
Right.
Breaking news. I just got a notice from CNN that says the Broward sheriff that didn't go into line of fire says that he will not resign.
Because I don't think he wasn't there. It was deputy sheriffs that were there. I don't think it was him per se.
No, I think it was him.
From what I heard,
it was him. It was him.
Wow.
He's saying he's not going to
They
resign.
were conversing, allegedly.
And again, you can play the whole, well, they're human, what would you do?
Oh, now they're you.
Yeah, but we didn't take that oath.
Exactly.
We didn't take
Wonder
that
if those
oath.
blue lights
So now
matter.
you expect teachers. If a cop can't even have a gun.
Mr. Feeney's supposed to bust his gun.
Right.
He's supposed to go
And he's
back.
90-something years old. You imagine him going into the drawer like, wait a second. Wait a second. Let me go get this and fumbling with the keys.
As old as Feeney is, you hold on, bad guy. You're
Yo.
right here.
Not at all.
Maya B says she hates waiting in line for 4 minutes. Exactly. Waiting 4 minutes with an automatic rifle is a lifetime.
Eternity.
It was 17 lives in 4 minutes.
Yeah. No.
Well, these were responsible gun owners, though.
Yo, it's funny. They know how to bust their gun.
I know. I think they're
My unarmed ass come walking around, bust their gun now.
These were law-abiding gun owners
Okay.
that came to save the day.
They sign up for a job like this, right?
They signed up for it.
They
Yeah,
come
this
save
is
no
not
day.
this is not a surprise. You you might have to deal with some type of situation
Pretty
like
sure
that.
combat training
Right.
had a lot of this
Exactly.
involved with it.
Let some Negro come around whistling Dixie, though.
I know that's
Get on the goddamn ground right now.
With Skittles and whatchamacallit.
With Skittles and his whistle from
Yeah.
being a school teacher. Yes.
All right, let's get to number 4.
Number 4.
Let me find out. Man, my thing just died. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Fergie's national anthem. Now, look, I think we've all seen it. We all heard it, unfortunately. A little bit disturbing. I don't know why she tried to make it a little bit of a bebop, doobie-doo. I don't know what she was asking for.
To be fair, Marvin sold up his version. People tried to
You try to do
add a different
things,
twist
right?
to it, but it's a difficult song to sing in its regular sense. So
Right.
you should be a special kind of singer
Pledge
before you try to
allegiance
mess with it.
to
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Flag.
Yeah, it was a bad.
Hubba.
Please,
What are we doing?
that shoulder, don't do that shoulder again, please. That
My
offended
thing
me.
is the whole jazz thing about the whole national anthem. I was like, what is she doing?
Yes, this is the remix.
This is.
I don't really care about something I don't stand for, but listen.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
talk to him,
okay.
beloved.
I agree with
Talk
that.
to him.
It's okay.
Bust your woke gun this morning. What? Yes. She said, I don't stand for it anyway. She was with Kaepernick, chilling.
Yeah.
Yo, they said it was so disrespectful. Listen, I got his fist up now. They said it was
Kaepernick.
so disrespectful. Kaepernick
Not for Beloved.
told her to show the anthem some respect. That's how bad her
Oh,
version
Jesus Christ.
was.
It was just, it just didn't sound right. She was trying to hit notes that didn't make sense. It was just sounding really like off. And it's so, bebop,
little-
shoo wop, doobie-doo.
Yeah.
Guess what? America, we love you.
Now.
I didn't get it. I was like, what the hell is this? And all the basketball players laughing didn't help at all.
Not at all.
It didn't help at all.
Draymond
So
Green,
immature.
straight Will Smith, and just dying, pointing, laughing.
Steph Curry laughing. I mean,
And he's the nice one.
Yeah.
He trying to put the jersey all over his face.
oh my God. All right, let's get to number 5.
Number 5.
So Black Panther, obviously, we've spoken about it, and we've all seen it, except for this one over here.
He talking about he gonna see it tonight.
I'm seeing
You're
it
going
today.
to the movie theater or you're going to...
Absolutely. I'm actually paid. Well, I actually paid. And Trinity Mine is coming with me.
Trinity Man is
Did you
Pretty
pay
much.
for him too?
Absolutely.
Trini Pup going too?
Trini
Well, I
Pup-
told her
Trinity
about it
Pup
as
will
well.
not be coming, no. I would
Y'all
like
be
to enjoy the movie.
hating on her,
Nope.
B. Like, why she can't go to the
Last
movie
thing I
like
want to
that?
hear is all the combat going in.
She's a
I'm
good puppy. She barely barks.
Nah, I'm going to have to get the belt.
So, so R. Kelly put out a tweet saying that he was gonna go see Wakanda to go
Seriously.
see the Black Panther, and then
He need to go see the DA.
exactly, and that kind of brought up a whole thing on social media about certain people that shouldn't see or wouldn't be invited to Wakanda. I would imagine
definitely won't.
R. Kelly is one of those people that's not welcome in Wakanda.
And why won't he be invited? Obviously the obvious.
I mean, you
reason.
you need to worry about the Wakanda kids
Yes,
first and
correct.
foremost.
Damn
So
sex
Wakanda
slaves in a
Exactly.
slave-free land. Yes.
who else wouldn't you invite to Wakanda?
Omarosa.
Oh, jeez.
We'll get into her later, but yeah, it's definitely
I would say Jason Whitlock.
Jason Kudlock,
Easily.
definitely.
Basically, everybody on that coon train.
Everyone they're gonna miss that stop.
Yeah.
Stacey Dash, of course.
Stacey
But
Dash.
I think Stacey wouldn't want to go. I don't think
Don
Stacey
Lemon?
Dash
No.
cares for black people.
Don Lemon.
Don is all right.
No,
Don's all
Dom
right.
can go.
Don's
Dom
all right.
can go.
Don's all right.
He's got some cool points back.
Yeah, absolutely. He can
Don's all
go.
right.
Did we ever put him on the coon train?
He was on the door.
We may have.
He's off now though.
But he's not a permanent fixture.
He's like you. You know, you hop on and off.
Oh. Yo, I don't know what this movie has done to you, cats.
Woo! Swish. Okay? On fire. Okay? Swish. What?
What kind of jump shot motion? Whatever.
Yo.
man.
she tried. She,
What that was?
never seen Cool Hop? Anyway, but back to you.
I don't know. Listen, I was on the coon train for a week. Leave me alone. I don't even remember why I was on the coon train.
Because of the whole football thing. You refused to stand with us against the NFL.
I did stand with you guys.
No, you did not.
I watched it on the Fire Stick. Leave me alone. Anybody else? Let's ask the thread. If anybody on the thread, do you guys have any suggestions on who's not invited on in Wakanda? I mean, R. Kelly's that's an easy one.
Very, very easy.
Jason Whitlock, Ray Lewis, definitely
Of
not.
course.
I mean,
Oh, God.
Anybody that says all lives matter is definitely on there. You cannot go to Wakanda. You see how they treated the colonizer. You cannot go to.
Well, I haven't yet.
yeah, we can't.
All
Yeah,
lives
we can't.
matter,
We
you
can't. We
cannot go
can't.
to
We can't
Wakanda.
ruin. We can't ruin the movie for this one over here. So sorry.
Yeah, because he's going to see it.
I'm definitely going to see it.
Wait, did you get discounted tickets?
Yeah.
So you paid for
You
the
got
tickets
discounted
already?
tickets. Well, did you get
Yeah,
a
it was
discount?
hard to actually go into my bank account and see
like-
that money go away, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or he want to spend his money on his protein shakes.
That's correct.
That's it. I don't even think he spends money on that. Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. Like, forget it.
By the way, the most disgusting thing. Not only, I mean, I gotta listen. My Facebook timeline. Okay, before we get to break, my Facebook timeline has been infiltrated. Hunter's no longer on my timeline anymore.
What is it now?
It's you
The voice.
and you between the selfies and the body thing.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Do it.
Oh yeah. So this is. I gotta. I have to look at my timeline, right?
Yes, tell him, hater, beloved.
Yes. This one
Go
is.
ahead.
He's going like this.
Somebody told me I looked like I was trying to take a dump.
Check out the glutes.
That's right.
I'm like, enough is enough already. Like,
Y'all see me on stage
Jesus
soon.
Christ. And then this one with the selfies. Every freaking minute, every day, there's a selfie. There's a selfie. Like, my God.
We love you, preach.
Hater, beloved.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you take pictures? Why don't you post anything
No.
online?
No.
What is the
You're
purpose of
definitely
social
not
media?
you're definitely not a social
Creative
media.
expression.
But what is
I'm
the,
not a social media
No,
guy.
you're not.
I'm not that guy. But the idea that like my timeline has just been infiltrated. I gotta see promos for.
Why? Crying, beloved. Why?
Yeah.
These guys post on their own pages.
Yes.
Ooh, I hate them.
You do realize they'll show up on
Shut
timeline.
your
So
damn mouth.
let me take another selfie.
Who gives a shit?
Let's take another
Okay.
selfie.
Yeah.
Let's take another one.
Oh.
My God.
And
Why
mind
we do
you,
this?
I'm the only woman at the table, and yours is not infiltrated by mine.
No. Not at all.
That's because he's a Crystal groupie and his ass be the first to like it. But point is,
No.
you don't have to.
What
you
would
don't have to be
what-
mad
what-
at.
what- I don't even know what that statement means.
But
I
no,
don't
I
even
mean
know.
because you'll support that. But you
Support
cannot
what? What are you
support-
talking about?
Support
My
your
body
man.
is
Let him do what he gotta do.
My
You-
body's beautiful.
Let him do what he gotta do.
I worked hard for it.
Exactly. Who cares?
All you have to just hit the like
Who
button.
cares? What does anyone care?
Oh man.
Yes.
The amount of laughing faces going across the screen.
My body's beautiful. I look extravagant.
The only thing I hate
Oh my
is
God.
the OD baby shit. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care. And even then, yo, just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, what happened to Hunter? Is he on arrest? Did you?
Put him a little hiatus for now. He's growing. He's gonna come back soon.
Who? No. Who? Hunter?
Yeah.
Hunter's chilling.
He's chilling.
Hunter's chilling. Hunter's no longer on that. He's no longer
He
on
probably
that.
like get that cam out of my face
Oh,
right
yeah, Hunter's
he
probably
actually
going
said
up.
that.
He's got
I think he heard
Yeah,
about. I think he
I'm
heard about the
sure.
other
He said
Hunter
it's
coming.
actually on Facebook. He said out my face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
other Hunter's
We
coming
now.
too.
I'm
Grant his
sure,
pictures,
like, yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
He heard about the other Hunter coming and he decided to chill.
All right, Sunday morning breakfast. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Omarosa and talk more about this Monique situation. Because listen,
I can't wait.
there's something called reality, and there's something called La La Land, and I think that's where she is right now. Sunday Morning Breakfast. We'll be right back.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up? Just like that?
Giving up a what?
I'm getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire?
Listen to me, we are one on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, statistics. So the best thing you can do is just inevitable.
Right. That's why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. Start using a budget. Get out. Set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs
This is
and
the
the Ad
top
Council.
5 stories of the week. Number 1.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey, the dreaded splash fight. It's Dad O'Clock, and it's the best time of the day because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I burnt everything. The chicken, the salad.
They were delicious.
They were awful.
And then we had watermelon. And then we played catch.
I broke Mr. Lewis's window, Mrs. Wakeham's window, Mrs. Wakeham's windshield, and somehow my hand.
Dad even let me drive his car.
The hospital. It was
a great day.
Parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, adoptuskids.org. A service announcement from the U.S. Adopt U.S. Kids and the Ad Council.
All right, Sunday Morning Breakfast. Call us at 516-900-2278. So like we mentioned before, people who probably wouldn't be invited to Wakanda, that person being Omarosa, recently came out and said that ever since she got fired from the White House.
Oh, now it's firing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She feels like she's been freed from the plantation now.
Also, now she's just
now she's yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm just wondering if she was still part of the White House or part of the administration, would she still feel the same? I'm trying to.
Definitely not, because
You think she's getting unemployment? No, it's a serious question.
That's a very good. I don't think so because she has a job. She's on Big Brother now.
I was going to say, can you imagine her in the line?
No.
Wait, it's my turn.
It'd be like Whitley Gilbert online. So now it's amazing to me. Yeah, she says. I just want to get the quote right. She says, "I'm thinking of writing a tell-all sometime. He's going to come after me with everything he's got. Like I'm going against a gazillionaire. So I'll probably end up in court for the next. But I have to tell him my truth. I'm tired of being muted. All the stuff that I just put on my shelf somewhere out of loyalty. I've been defending somebody for so long, and I'm like, yo, you are a special kind of effed up, and that special breed. They're about to learn all about it."
When the money dries up, you see how people switch over.
Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
I tell you, boy. Coach turn.
And then referring to her being fired, she says, "Oh, freedom. I've been emancipated. I feel like I got freed off of a plantation."
Really?
Oh, my
Emancipated?
Yeah.
When you
Plantation.
were smiling and whistling Dixie and that man was at your wedding, right? Stop.
So so my question is this. If she still was part of the administration, etc.,
No.
would she be saying all this?
No, not of course.
Would she have the same sentiment?
Of course not.
Like, come on, Mom.
She did it when she was in it.
You know what's funny, man? We had this conversation off air. These people that play that side of the aisle, and I'm not saying all of them, but they always get reminded that they've always had their moments like, yeah, you're still a nigger. Like, for instance,
That was a strong statement.
Michael Steele. You know Michael Steele? Michael Steele used to be the RNC chairman, right? Mm-hmm. And so at CPAC this past week, there was a representative talking or whatever, and he referred to Michael Steele being elected as the head of the RNC and saying, "Oh, the only reason why we elected him was because he was black." And so there's always that moment where you always have that reminder that, yo, you're still we still look at you like a black guy. Don't ever get it twisted. And that goes for the Stacey. Remember when she got
in the coop.
Remember
They
Stacey
fired her from Fox News.
She's another one that's not invited, by the way.
Stacey Dash got fired. Stacey Dash got fired. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I like about that coon shit. Like, eventually you get reminded what time it is. It's its own great teacher. It's like
no, it's real.
In the words
It's
of Bino, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Thank you, beloved.
As Kanye would say, you still a nigga in the coop, okay?
That's real.
It is what it is. Like, that was quite the impression.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa.
Definitely had something to that. 3 thumbs.
But I always feel like they always get reminded. No matter if you align yourself, how far, whether you're in Fox News or anything of that sort. Wasn't it? I remember there was a woman, a female black anchor, and they were. I guess they were having like a holiday recipe segment or whatever, and then one of the anchors was like, "Well, do you put Kool-Aid in the peach cobbler or something like that?"
Oh yeah, I do remember that story.
I don't. That's hilarious though.
Yeah, like that definitely happened.
Yeah,
and it was just like
Kool-Aid. Yeah,
wow,
we talked about it. We talked about it. Yeah.
And then when you turn around and be and get nasty, it becomes oh look, she's acting like a typical.
Yeah, because again, they're using you. That's why I almost dislike coons worse than I do racists in a sense, because at least the racists, they're not part of the culture to fully understand it, or there may be some ignorance, etc. But when you're part of the culture and you still spit out white supremacy shit and bullshit, like that bothers me to the core.
Yeah,
but again, I love it because you're being used by these people to spit their agenda, and when they're done with you,
they're done with you.
They throwing you away. You good?
Bye, Omarosa.
That's it. Let me actually play it right now.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You are my friend Bella.
Good
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Hi, Bella.
Bella, tell them what you're going to do.
I'm going to pour the mixture into the bowl.
All right, Bella has added all
You're
the...
done, stir, sweetie?
So far.
All right,
With
so
this?
now I'm going to take my peaches and I'm just going to lay
Which is great that they're
them
canned, by
in
the way,
here.
because you can do this any time of the year.
You can do this.
I love
do
that.
it in the summer, and I put fresh strawberries in here, too.
Oh,
what a good idea. Do you
Right?
make Kool-Aid?
That's another...
I'm going to try this.
Do I do what?
Make Kool-Aid.
No, I don't make Kool-Aid,
that
but
reminds
I
me of
made
the
an
summer.
adult beverage.
I love the. Let's move on from that as fast as possible.
do I make what? What? Pardon? Like that's what I mean. There's always that moment. I
He
guarantee
thought he
you.
hit the game-winning shot with that joke too.
Exactly. Yeah, not at all.
He really did. Until she was like, what?
He thought the other white people were gonna pick him up like a hero after that joke too. Good win.
To capitalize what Bino's saying too, you know what they say? What's worse than hate? Fake love. So
Nah, that's real.
yeah.
All right, so and also going on this week, and listen, I love our black women. They deserve all the respect in the world.
Queens.
Whatever, man.
Yes.
Yeah, they're queens.
That's right.
Call them whatever you want to call them.
No,
But
no.
Monique is on the rant. She's been going on many interviews trying to plead her case against the boycott against Netflix.
She's not
And I
winning,
get it. Listen, you feel like you wanted more money, fine. I get it. We understand. But there's also the reality, okay? The whole argument, I think we talked about this before.
We did.
Now, she went on the Breakfast Club this week, okay, and decided to have her conversation because she was pissed off that Charlamagne called the donkey of the day. Which, listen, if that's the worst thing that ever happened to you in life,
You're all right.
holy
She's
shit.
sensitive.
My
Sensitive.
God. Like, you have bigger issues than we think.
We can't use that word in front of her, by the way, anymore.
Like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
So she then proceeds to call him by his legal name, being petty. That's fine. Okay.
Leonard.
Leonard, okay, but then she's going on this, and I gotta commend Charlamagne for doing it, kind of holding it down himself, because at the end of the day, he asked the question: were there competitive bids out there for you? Because if you're as hot as you think you are, then Netflix wouldn't be the only outlet to be approaching you.
Hulu, Amazon, etc.
Hulu, Amazon, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. All these people could come to you and come to the table and say, and God knows Stars need more programming. I don't even know if Stars still exist
Right.
once Power comes back on.
Now.
The idea that she puts herself in this pedestal, which you have every right to do. You can have the confidence in the world
Absolutely.
in yourself, yes. But there's also a reality, okay? Now, this interview, she has her husband on the line. And they're kind of explaining the business of how negotiations went. And the whole argument is that, look, Amy Schumer, whether you like her or not, whether you think she's funny or not, she sold out the Garden multiple times.
Yes.
She sold out arenas multiple times. Last time I checked, Monique ain't selling out Caroline's. Let's just be real.
No, I agree with you, but the crazy part was what I commended Charlamagne and Envy for was that they were so calm in their facts. Like, she was getting so hyped up, and they're like, no, it is what it is. Like, and Charlamagne said, I don't think Amy Schumer's funny.
Right.
I never thought she was funny. Like, I think he said she had him blocked on
blocked,
Twitter
yeah, he blocked
because he didn't think she was funny. Right. But the facts are the facts. And like Envy said, I love Big Daddy Kane. Do I think he can sell out the Garden?
No.
Little Uzi Vert could probably sell out the Garden. And he's not on the same pedestal, but it's what's hot right now and what's selling shows out.
The idea that your resume should be the only thing, like, let's be real. No, it's not.
No.
Your resume doesn't mean, unless you're talking about Lifetime Achievement Awards and so on and so forth, that's the only time your resume really matters.
But they were even very nice to her and referring to her as a legend.
She's not.
I agree
what makes
with
her a
you.
legend?
Right.
You think?
I agree with you.
Let's go around the table. Do you think she's a legend?
No.
Can anybody name one bit? One bit.
The majority of her comedic career is I'm fat, I hate skinny bitches.
Yes.
And
period.
sex.
But now you have this, you come in there and you're sounding like Bino, hey queen, hey king,
Right,
and all
right,
this
right.
bullshit. Like it's BS.
Right.
Because now you want something.
Right.
And you want to wrap up your cause in fake feminism, fake Afrocentrism, and it's
Right.
all
I think that-
BS.
I hate
Will
that.
you stand with me? Like, sit down, because when did you ever have a cause to fight for? Like,
But how
nowhere.
is someone being shortchanged? Like if I get a new job and I don't get paid what I want, what I look like telling the rest of you to boycott that company?
Yeah.
How is that a cause on a level of racial equality and real shit?
To be fair though, Netflix has a fault in this. They
Where-
started
where's
this.
that?
They told her she was a legend.
Oh no, you're right.
You see what I'm saying?
But
You
that's-
don't
but-
do
but
things
hold on,
like
but
that.
that's
You
how-
blatantly
but
lied.
But that's part of negotiations. Like when
Yeah,
you're trying to smooth somebody,
you gotta be a little bit
You can't
honest.
lie though, but you can't. It's
You
not
gotta
a
be
lie
honest.
if
But
that's their opinion.
500,000 is unlegendary.
Yeah,
like,
no, I totally get that, but the thing is, they were feeding towards the ego, and it backfired.
I understand that, but you can't. Their opinion is their opinion. They may think she's a legend, but she's not worth that money. Like Envy said, I may think that Big Daddy Kane is cool, and I think that he's a legend. But am I gonna spend $500 to see him? No, but I may spend $42.50 to see him.
Here's the offensive part about
But
it
in the
too.
business, go ahead.
No, the offensive part about it was when she kind of attacked Charlamagne and saying, you know, you named me Donkey the other day, but you know, I'm pretty sure your parents, your grandmother, and your mother went through oppression. Would you call them Donkey of the Day? You really gonna compare?
She really went that far.
You're really gonna compare
Yeah.
you turning down
Just,
$500,000 to oppression that
Yes.
in the South that his mother and grandmother went through?
And then if you saw the beginning of the interview, she came in, she hugged him. It's all love. Is this? Is that? Stop.
All right, we got to call. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah.
What's up, Charles?
Charlie was good.
Charles in charge. I don't know how to say that
What
actually.
is good?
What's going on, sir?
I just want to call and chime in on the Monique situation. Couple of things. Well, Voice, I disagree with you on Netflix being at fault. Here's the thing. They're going to tell you what they want you to know just to feed your ego, just to say, hey.
But that's right? You're saying that's something that's right?
That's just
That's
part.
common.
That's part of
Well,
it. That's
that's
part of
okay.
it. That's
Here's
just part
the
of the
thing.
business.
If
That's part of
I
it.
get that, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's right, though. Especially with somebody as sensitive as her.
When it comes to business, there's no such thing as right. Perfect example. Like in the government, when they hire IT people, a lot of these people don't know nothing. They don't know a hard drive from their ass. Okay, but
Love the analogy.
they put them in these positions because they're a GS whatever, but they don't know technology. But they're gassing them up like they know it.
Okay,
Is that
that's
right?
fair. That's fair.
And that's half of the government. But anyway, back to Monique. Now, one, she's not a legend.
No.
The biggest thing she's done was the Queens of Comedy and Hell. She shouldn't even have been on that, in my personal opinion.
And the thing is, she mentioned the Queens of Comedy, and she tried to compare that to Chris Rock and other ones.
There's no way.
That's not the same. You didn't headline that tour. It wasn't like it was just Monique and then friends. It was like you were part of a collection.
Ensemble, yeah.
Her first mistake is counting other people's money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's you never do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about what the next person gets. Worry about yourself. Amy Schumer, I don't like her stand-up. But you know what? She's doing what she got to do to feed her whatever.
There's enough people that
You know,
do, though.
She's hot.
Yes.
Right, but she's hot right now, so everybody's going to see her.
Right.
And I agreed with what DJ Envy said about Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane, he makes his money. Is it worth a certain like millions and millions of dollars? No, but he's still making what he got to make because he realizes he's not the hot thing right now.
Right.
He's hot to a core audience.
Right. Right.
Monique has a core audience that may think she's a legend, but that has nothing to do with what's going on with Netflix. Netflix is like, look, you're not a legend. You're a legend, but here's what you're worth. Now, if she doesn't like it, just move on and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know why she? But you know why she can't go nowhere else? Because she's burnt bridges.
A lot.
A lot of them. A lot of them. Yes.
A lot of them, man.
What was the purpose? What was the purpose saying F. Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels? So not only do you insult the gay community, you insulted everybody, all the people that love Oprah, and of course you insulted the elders that love Tyler Perry. They're not gonna come see you. You unemployed, baby. You're done.
All right, thanks for the call, Charles. We appreciate it, bro.
Yo, let me read Maya B's comment right here. So Maya B says, she wants people to stand with her, but she never stands with Baltimore. They've asked her to help with several different things. She either doesn't reply or says no. How do you not support where you're from?
I mean,
she want to get to that hotel room. That's why.
That's my thing is like, and then so another thing that came into question was, well, the fact that they leveraged Amy Schumer's movie. I believe, which movie was it? One of Amy Schumer's movies that the budget didn't match the profit or so on and so forth.
Right.
And Monique brought up Almost Christmas.
Right.
Almost Christmas. You were probably fourth in line as far as
and you were like the aunt that was always in the kitchen that came like you weren't even like a main character that people were like, oh my gosh, I saw Almost Christmas. I don't remember anybody named. It was a cute holiday.
Did you watch it for Monique?
Hell no.
That's what
you
I'm
watched
saying.
it because it was a Christmas movie.
It was a Christmas
Dudes like
movie.
me like Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Is there a movie?
Danny Glover, etc., are bigger names in that movie.
Absolutely.
Is there a movie, or if you saw Monique's name and as the headliner in the movie, would you watch it? No.
And I don't have anything against Monique.
Me
but like,
neither.
she's not a
And
draw.
right, and again, I saw Precious because I read the book, not for Monique. Like she keeps bringing up Precious. Precious is a hood classic. Everybody, no, for real, everybody that read it wanted to go see it. That's like when The Coldest Winter Ever comes out. I don't care who's playing in it. I'm gonna go see it.
But guess what? You also can't use the fact that you won an Oscar as leverage for a stand-up special.
No,
but here's
because there's a drama. You got an Oscar for a drama. Okay, that negates that. You can't use that to leverage. Will you bring in Precious out on stage with you while you're telling jokes? I don't understand.
You see what you just did? Even with Precious, she's not the big draw from Precious.
No.
They still
Right.
call Gabby, whatever her name
Gabby
is,
Union.
Precious.
Yes.
To this day, they call her ass Precious.
Right.
What's that movie, like 10 plus years old?
Yeah.
right.
The idea. I mean, and like I said, I don't knock her for having confidence in herself.
Yeah,
and,
not to you.
But you got to also know what you are too. You can't just say
she has a team in place that are just nothing but yes men.
And that's
Her
the problem.
husband, and
that
that's,
husband in particular.
Listen, let me tell you something. The one thing I'm gonna steal from Monique is she called that man daddy a million times in that interview. Okay, go ahead, daddy. All right, let daddy speak.
Even though she's in control.
Daddy speaking. Yo,
But like I found that stupid, and I found the whole Leonard thing stupid. What is that?
because she was being sarcastic.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, you can't be sarcastic with people. So you're being sarcastic and trying to disrespect a man, but you question whether or not him calling you donkey the other day is disrespectful to his mother and his
And she
ancestors.
kept
Like, get the hell
and
outta
she
here
kept
with that.
saying he couldn't explain. He explained a million times
Absolutely.
over. You just didn't
Just couldn't
accept
understand.
his. You didn't. Not even that she didn't understand it. She didn't want to accept it. You see what I'm saying? And everybody, when he took the donkey of the day poll after, everyone who disagreed with him sounded as ignorant as her.
But you want to be okay. So now your husband's your manager, correct?
Right.
Correct.
And you want him to be respected as a manager.
That's always a dangerous.
Which is
place.
such BS because what is his roster for him to have a manager? Who has he made famous
Right.
or?
Right.
Oh, okay. Does he have a list of?
Right.
Does he Barry Gordy here? Who does he?
Right.
Okay, exactly. So since you're his only client, try calling him something respectful so that other people can respect him.
Right. Right.
Like I'm sitting here
That's a good
hearing
point.
daddy every other minute.
Daddy.
I know
That's a great point.
that is your lover, not
Right.
your business partner.
Right.
Clearly.
Here's the
That's a
thing.
conflict.
Here's how she should have negotiated everything. Okay. Well, how her manager / husband should have dealt it. He could have just went to her and said, "Listen, this is the only deal we could get with Netflix. Either we take this deal and we kill it, we knock it out the park. If you're not happy with the money, then let's develop our own stand-up special, or go on the road and do it that way."
And that's what they said.
Instead of attacking Netflix, let's just
Yes.
say, you know what? If you're not happy with that, because then they kept comparing herself to Wanda Sykes. No offense to Wanda
Another
Sykes.
household name.
Yes.
Who actually got
No.
less than Monique,
Right.
who was actually offered less.
No offense to Wanda
She
Sykes.
got offered $5,000.
She was talking about mom's Maybelline. I'm like, listen,
Listen.
she's talking about you here, and you are not worth the money that you're requesting.
And no
I
offense.
understand. Hold on, I
Right.
understand what she's saying. They apparently there's a stipulation in the contract where she had to take that money and she couldn't do anything else for 2 years.
For conflict, yeah.
I understand that where you say, you know what, I got to back up because now I can't make any other money. But you already cut off your nose to spite your face because the big black producers and directors don't want to work with you. So
Right.
you probably don't have any other work anyway.
And you don't think Netflix knew that though?
Of
Netflix
course.
knew that.
Yeah.
They
Of
absolutely said
course.
it.
You're not
They
going to
definitely
bid
do
against
rap.
themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
There's
They
no
were
one else to
like-
bid
They
against.
like, here, take this because we know you need it.
But
It's their research.
no offense to Wanda Sykes, but I mean,
She's not a draw either.
Does anybody nobody can name me one Wanda Sykes stand-up special? Name me a Monique stand-up special.
It's true. But you know what? Sometimes, and what people don't realize is every opportunity is not attached to a paycheck. She could have done
agree with
this. She could have blown up, and then the next one, it could have been a
I'm
multi-million
sorry,
dollar bill.
I probably wouldn't watch it either. Anyway.
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you, sometimes you
gotta
have
grab
to.
upon it.
You can't always think about the money. You have to think about the actual opportunity you're getting.
course.
You already shut out of Hollywood. They're still offering you money.
Yes.
You don't know what it could have led to the next time.
No, you're
To be
right.
fair,
And
she
I
done
think Wanda
shitted on
Sykes
some
did.
big names.
No,
yeah.
Tyler Perry. She shitted on some big names.
To be fair, Wanda Sykes to me is a little bit more hilarious than Monique.
You know what's funny? Dave just said the
I'm
same
not
thing,
gonna
and I'm
lie.
looking at y'all like, when has Wanda Sykes ever been funny? But whatever.
I mean,
That's
it's just
fine.
the
Charles said the
voice,
same
her
thing,
character.
too.
No, I
It's
think
just,
Wanda,
she's
Wanda
more,
you know
she's
what? You
more
know what's
retarded.
crazy? Wanda Sykes is probably funnier than Monique.
I think so.
But not to the point
It's
where
her
I'm gonna
personality
go.
itself.
But neither one. Here's the problem, and Charlamagne kept saying this throughout the interview: stadium status. None of you.
Yeah.
No members of
none
None
of
of
y'all
them.
are. Here's the thing, because I was actually having a conversation with my wife about this. Like, if you really look at, there's very few people they would throw $20 million to for a stand-up special. Dave Chappelle made sense. Dave Chappelle had a classic series,
And he left at the height of
and
his
he
career,
left.
correct?
Not only that, he toured and was selling out shows, Radio City Music Hall, so much so that they had to add extra dates. Okay, Chris Rock, yes, prominent and was still selling out.
Even Whoopi Goldberg in her day,
Oh,
when she was
Whoopi
doing
Goldberg,
movies, when she had
but I
Jumpin'
don't-
Jack.
she's not getting 20 million.
No,
though.
no. But in her day,
in her day,
if
probably.
you're talking about female comedians that have power,
Right. Yeah.
black, Whoopi Goldberg is it.
And she
Right.
never
All
once
these other
mentioned
ones
her.
you naming are not.
But
I'm
here's
sorry.
the thing: Steve Harvey's probably not getting 20 million.
No.
No, hell no.
Because Steve
Anybody,
Harvey,
even if they redid the Kings and Queens of Comedy now, they would not sell out stadiums.
No.
They wouldn't.
you know, like my thing is, you know, the only person who could probably get more, Eddie Murphy. Because
I would pay to see Eddie Murphy
because
again.
Netflix is probably going to say to themselves, "Look, this is Eddie Murphy's return
Yes.
to stand up. He hasn't done stand up in over 20 years.
He gave you Raw.
and
He
had
gave you
two
Delirious.
classic stand up
And they
specials.
took those off of Netflix. They used to be on Netflix.
Right.
Now there's no
He
Eddie
could probably-
Murphy stand-ups on there anymore.
He could probably get 30 easy.
Easy.
30, like he has leverage.
Movies.
Yes.
His
What?
singing career.
Yeah.
Now you've gone too damn far.
forget the whole like he has leverage in saying, listen, I haven't done this in 20 years, and I know people. You know, people are gonna at least watch it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like a majority of people are gonna at least watch it once. So the fact that, you know, what I mean, I'm doing stand up again, and I'm doing it on Netflix, and this is the only outlet. Yeah, I need 30 to 40 million dollars.
Right. Maya B says,
Yeah,
I'll
right.
pay
We
to
have
see
people.
Eddie. Me
Yep.
too.
That's
I
the-
would
that's
pay
the
to see
thing.
Eddie
Saying they don't see
Murphy.
Eddie. Yeah.
Nobody
I'll pay
is
to see
talking about Monique in that level. I'm sorry.
But that's why the word legend was so crazy. to
Right.
me. I was like,
Tiffany Haddish has can easily.
now she has the potential.
She has the potential
I
to
don't
say.
think she's funny.
I just don't like that she nays everywhere.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King.
I don't know if she's necessarily funny either. I haven't seen a stand up that where she was.
The movie,
Give me a bit.
movie was funny, but I've never seen anything or like her Instagram page where I'm like, no.
See, I saw her years ago. Remember when Puffy had Bad Boys of Comedy?
Yeah. Right.
I saw her on that. Shit, we talking 10 plus years
Yeah.
ago. So
Right.
I followed her for some time now.
Right.
So I can appreciate her come up a little bit
No,
more.
no, I
I
appreciate
definitely
the come-
appreciate it.
I
I
appreciate the
appreciate her
come up.
story.
But
I read her
no,
book.
but like I find her entertaining. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I mean she's funny.
But
I
again,
don't know if she's a
comedy's such a-
stand up special.
yeah, she may be bigger in the sense of being movie funny. That type
Right,
of
that's
thing,
what I mean.
as opposed
Right.
to stand-up funny. Yeah, say Kevin Hart. Laugh at my pain, stuff like that. It was funny. It wasn't raw, delirious.
No, not
right.
But again, because he's the chosen one and the right people are supporting him and behind him, he's the #1 comedian.
Right.
But to me, he filled Cat Williams' role. If Cat Williams ain't get off the deep end or whatever happened with Cat Williams, whether
he
it was the
would've been
drugs
huge.
or him speaking on shit he shouldn't have spoke on, whatever it was that messed with Cat Williams. To me,
Right.
Kevin Hart
Or the fight in
took
the
his role.
schoolyard?
Yeah.
Right.
The fight in the
How
schoolyard?
embarrassing is that?
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that
When
fight
a
in the
15-year-old had him in the headlock?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So David Baker puts a good point. Martin Lawrence too.
Martin Lawrence.
Would you pay to see him?
I saw him live. It wasn't that great.
I've never thought Martin Lawrence's stand-ups were funny.
I runs how that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Martin was a
You So
classic,
Crazy was funny.
Like I said, it's
Come on, son, stop it. You So Crazy was hilarious.
But do I want to hear what Martin Lawrence has to say
now?
No.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I literally saw him. Was it last year or a year before? It wasn't that great.
Yeah, I don't know.
With those kind of comedians, the people who open for them be funnier than they
And
are.
it's like you mentioned
Kevin Hart,
earlier.
too.
There's two different types of funny. There's like sketch, scripted,
Repeated
you're writing,
all the time
writing
funny.
funny, and then there's stand-up funny.
Right.
Chris Rock
Open.
is stand-up funny.
Yes.
Bigger,
And-
blacker,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
And then
Chappelle is sketch funny to me.
sketch funny. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, he
But
does repeat a lot.
but his, I think he's intellectually, his stand-up's more intellectually smart. And then there's like Martin Lawrence, who I think is more of a
show.
He
Yeah.
needs a show to really
fair.
display his
Yeah.
humor. His humor, like, and my thing is Monique has neither one of those.
No.
You gonna
I
refer to the
never wa-
Parkers?
I never
No.
watched the Parkers.
Like, no offense, like
I didn't watch the Parkers. I'm sorry.
Which
That's
was
not a
also-
shock to anybody sitting at this table, but
But say it's the Parkers. It's not.
But who, by the way, she owes Brandy a check for because that was a spinoff of Brandy.
right.
So the idea that
That's what we doing.
am I lying?
Brandy's waiting for her check. Look at you.
If I'm Brandy, I'd be asking for that check too.
I'm just saying, like Monique has. I can't name one bit that had me like die laughing.
No.
Everybody has an Eddie Murphy bit that has
Right.
me laughing.
I got
Chappelle,
my
Chris
eyes
Rock,
green.
like all
Right.
of them. And then you're putting yourself, because that's how it was in the beginning. That's how this whole fight started. Because she started saying, if Chris Rock was getting 20 million and Dave Chappelle was getting 20 million,
Which is straight snitching. But yeah, got it.
right? Exactly. Then why can't I be put up on that same pedestal?
Right.
Like, no, you're not them. So, and I think, and he was asking the great questions. Charlamagne was saying, okay, who are the competitors that Netflix was going against that you could leverage?
And she couldn't
And
answer.
And you couldn't
Jeopardy,
answer.
yes.
You couldn't answer because there is none.
There was a lot of questions she didn't answer that she kept asking him, like, you didn't explain to me. And he's like, I did several times explain why I gave you Donkey of the Day. Like, and he was coming with great reputable questions, and she was just like, you still didn't explain.
You're disrespectful. You're disrespectful
Yeah.
to your mama.
But
And
she,
your
yeah, exactly.
grandma.
She did this whole Donkey of the Day, put it on a historical level of like your votes being taken away or your civil rights
Or
being
your
taken.
black card being
It's a
taken
Donkey
away.
of the Day. Like who? You put me on Donkey of the Day. They're like wild emotional about it.
She was
What
like,
is this?
and thoughts become things, and you put
And
it
you
in the black
manifest
community.
the donkey
like,
and
Donkey
the
of the Day
kids
is
are
a
trying to
4-minute
ride on my
segment.
back now. Like,
Right.
relax, mom. Who cares?
And then she made this. And hold up, didn't Shonda Rhimes get millions and millions of dollars from Netflix as well? She's a
Yes.
black female, correct?
Right.
What's the other director?
Ava DuVernay.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello.
She got millions. So
And then she's like, it's comedian. No, you just said black women. Will you stand with us as black women? Ava DuVernay is out here lit.
That's a
You hear
pretty
me?
Yo.
Lit.
That's a pretty direct like prejudice. Like we don't like black women comedians at all. We don't like them.
Corinne says Paul Mooney is an absolute legend and he's not getting 20 million.
Because
You're
he's a
damn right.
racist.
And Paul Mooney will tell you himself he's a legend.
Let me tell you, I met Paul Mooney, and I'm not gonna lie, he don't like anybody lighter than the paper bag.
No,
either. Like he
not
is
at all, boy.
somebody like me, he was like
There's-
shooing me out the room.
Mr.
Like,
Al,
he
there's
was
also
not.
something else he likes, but we'll talk about that off air.
We'll keep that off.
We won't do that on air. I ain't finna get sued by no damn
Paul Mooney, no, Paul Mooney
needs
is
the money.
written for.
I've met him too. Well, Paul Mooney's responsible for Living Color
Yeah.
and Chappelle Show.
Yes, absolutely.
He's been writing for both shows.
Yeah.
But Living Color in particular.
Richard
and Richard
Pryor.
Pryor.
So I mean, and he's not getting 20 million at all.
No, you might be getting
Because her
10,000.
whole idea was, well, look at my resume. Look at my resume. Listen, that means nothing, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Paul
We're not
Mooney is the
Rosen
little
endorsement.
Richard of comedy.
Right.
That's
Oh.
you know what?
Easily.
Absolutely,
Easily.
absolutely.
For two reasons. I'll only mention one.
Oh my God.
He'll just tell you he invented everything. Like Paul Mooney tell you he the first motherfucker to make someone laugh. I swear to you.
Yeah, he will.
That's how Paul
And
Mooney
you'll
is.
laugh at it.
Yo.
That's a fact.
And you'll laugh at it.
I said a joke and Jesus was wrote. Like that's how he is, yo. Dead serious, yo.
Oh,
What?
man.
Adrian, I do not agree with you. I think he is a racist. I'm sorry.
Who, Paul Mooney?
Yeah, and he's nasty in
He
person.
She
He's
said,
not
she
nice
said
in
Paul is not a
person.
racist. He's a
He
realist.
is, yeah,
He
he's
says
not nice
F
in
white
person.
He's one of
Yeah.
those militant
Yeah.
brothers. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it depending on how you take it.
Yeah.
It is what
no,
it is.
I
So
took
I got-
it, and I did not think that he was.
I got
a
to meet
realist.
him in Philadelphia. It was so crazy because
Adrian,
obviously, you know, his bits are very like.
Woo.
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
to- Yo, probably 70% of the crowd was white,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
absolutely.
what in the
You
world?
know what's funny? You say that. Public Enemy said that. When
Yeah.
they used to do concerts,
Yeah.
their audience is white people. White people love that shit.
was
Yes,
it?
we're the
Yeah.
devils.
Yes, they
Jungle,
love it.
Jungle Fever, when he was with one of the
Yeah.
Italian kids was pulling up with his girlfriend, they were bumping PE.
That's funny.
So, all right, Sunday morning breakfast. Call us up 516-900-2278. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back.
US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man. Hey, Steve. Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org.
I wasn't prepared to be a
public
caregiver
service
to Mom.
announcement from the U.S.
But a little
Department of
over a
Health
year
and Human
ago,
Services,
we realized
Adopt
she
U.S.
couldn't take
Kids,
care
and
of
the Ad
herself
Council.
without our help. And well, how could I not be there for her? I had no idea how hard it would be, and just what I would need to know. Things I never thought of, like how to improve her mood, and even for me, ways to stay positive. Luckily, I found the Caregiving Resource Center from AARP. It had articles about the basics that got me started, but also information about the hurdles I was facing in this new role. I could even connect with experts and hear from others who had been in my place. I know this road we're on isn't an easy one, but I'm really happy to have the extra help for her and for me.
Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving. Articles, tips, and tools to help you both care for your loved one and
It
care
only
for
takes
yourself.
a minute to find out if
This
you may
message is
have
brought to you by
prediabetes.
AARP
And you can do it
and
at
the Ad Council.
doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
All right, Sunday morning breakfast. Call us up 516-900-2278. We got some crazy snacks out here, man. Oh my God! All right, so it's been the 1 year anniversary. You guys remember Hurt Bay? Remember that the couple? I don't even know why they decided to do this. They wanted to revisit this whole thing. They must be cutting them a check.
Oh yeah.
So you remember the whole video of this couple, and the guy was professing how he's cheated on her, and she felt so bad, and so on and so forth. And everybody looked at him like he was a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta get more answers because it's the 1 year anniversary, and so they decided to. And so they decided to interview them again 1 year after the fact. So let's watch this video.
I was in love with you. I wanted to be with you. But that's all in the past now.
I hope I never see you again.
Lord have mercy.
Broken.
I can't take this.
Oh,
because the K is broken in love.
I've learned a lot from the video. I learned a lot this past year. Grew my social following, my career. My life did like a 180.
Oh, so that's why you did it.
I'm in a good place, taking care of myself, you know, drinking more water, exfoliating. I like to learn my lessons.
His waves are spinning.
I'm glad that
360s.
we did the video. It's definitely changed both of our lives for the better.
I think they took away that I was a damsel in distress and he was a villain. And it wasn't that cut and dry. We both are human and we both make mistakes.
People feel like they know the whole story of our relationship from watching a 5-minute video, which is just absurd. And, you know, kind of makes me seem like a bad person, which I'm not.
You're not a bad person.
Courtney was like one of the only people I could relate to. There hasn't really been a video like this before.
Yeah. You're like infamous now.
I used to read the comments and see all the fucked up shit people would say, wish death on me. Being judged by people that don't know me is really, I don't take it personally. I'm a black man living in America, so
I like how
I've
big I
kind of been
I like to get
judged
social.
What the Monique is
things
this? I don't know.
Outside of my character my whole life. I don't know, I kind of think that the cycle with me and Courtney might have continued. And part of the reason I did the video was so that, you know, Courtney would be able to move on.
So that I could move on.
Yes, because you still wanted to be with me after I didn't want to be with you.
Did I?
I don't know
What are
why
you
you
talking
sit up
about?
here in front. When you approached me to do the video, you were not exclusive, I was not exclusive.
I was
You did your
exclusive.
thing, I did my
not
thing.
do my thing.
We did this to get exposure as entertainers.
That's not true.
What?
It was obviously a setup for me because I was the one who would be painted as a cheater.
I asked you to do it so we could talk about things because we never talked about things.
What is there to talk about?
Us being together.
The fact
We
that her
were
string
never
is hanging out
together.
her shirt is
This
bothering
is
me.
what happened.
Wow,
I just, I ordered
noticed
food,
that.
chill for the night.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Still
Yo,
drinking, he's
I
drinking
can't wait
his
for
water.
next year's installment.
He's still drinking his water. He's drinking his water.
Yo, Thirst Bay.
Come get some truth.
Come get some truth.
Yo, Boris, really?
You're tripping.
Sit down.
Yeah, douchebag.
Oh, sit down.
Get her.
What are you doing? Like, what is this?
You throw things out there like that without adding context to make me look like a bad person.
You
That's
look
all
like
it
a
is.
crybaby right now.
Says
You're
her babe.
crying
Says her
because
babe.
you said cruel things to me. You cheated on me. You put me through hell, Leonard. I want to talk to you real quick.
Leonard.
It's over with. You're not on my team.
When I should have said to hell with him, I said he's not a bad person.
Because
Multiple
you know that
times.
Saying he's not a bad person is not saying, oh, he told me that he didn't want to be in a
You
relationship.
never said that.
Never?
You didn't say that. So why didn't you say this last time?
Because
Why didn't you tell me last time when we were here, you were never my girlfriend, I never cheated on you, and now you're saying all of this, like, what are you talking about?
because we came here to get on.
That's not the case. That was never the case.
It was always the case.
Maybe that was the case for you, but I had feelings for you, and I wanted to know what was going on.
Yo, stop that real quick. So the idea of this was that they basically did this to get exposure for their careers.
Yes.
This had nothing to do with. Well, I guess she's saying it had more to do with their relationship. But I think he's being honest and saying, "Yo,
absolutely.
I think we just did this because we wanted to get on, and now you paid me to be this douchebag."
Right. That has my life threatened.
But my
I don't know
whole
if he
thing
changed
is-
that image, but
I get that, but I also feel like if that was the case and he saw the reaction from the first time and he realized that it wasn't going as planned, why didn't he blow up the whole thing before? Like, this is fake. You see what I'm saying to you? Like, you waited 365 days to say this was fake?
He couldn't wait to.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I think this is crazy. All right, let's watch the end of this. It's good.
You like dramatic stuff.
I do. I know. It's good.
What truth? What's your truth, Leonard? Go ahead. What's your truth?
Leonard!
You put me in fucked up situations, and then you play the victim. Every time. The whole time we messed around.
I hate that.
I told you, hey, Courtney, like, I really like you. I love you, but I don't want to be in a relationship with you.
I believe him.
That's never what I wanted.
Yo, that music.
We met in school. We met in college. We met in class.
Oh, he lost weight. He got his
He
hair.
really didn't like
He's
me.
exfoliating now.
Next year, that bitch
Drinking
gonna
his
be
water.
gray.
Years later, we moved into like the same apartment complex. And the first day we both moved there.
She looks like a sucker. I'm sorry.
We met on the elevator.
I'm not a big fan of her, yo.
Like a
She's pretty though.
And then you
Easy, boy.
She's pretty. She's very pretty.
And yeah, we spent a lot of time together.
Like every day.
I would say
Oh,
that
God.
you were my best friend.
Yeah. Me too.
Play that violin.
I have to puke. What am I watching?
Sit down.
Look at it.
Sit down. I hate your face.
I've moved on.
Uh-oh.
I fell in love again
Let's bring him out.
with a great guy, and we're very happy.
Even you don't believe that
That's
bitch.
good to hear. I'm happy you finally found someone that can give you what you deserve, sis.
Oh, sis! Yes! Friend zone, yes!
Actually, I was in a relationship when we shot the first one.
Oh!
You didn't say that last time.
I don't have to, it's not your business. I don't have to tell you everything.
Yo,
this guy is crazy.
Heartless beloved.
Boris, I'm about to kick you out this room.
I was in love with you. I wanted to be with you.
Wow.
Now, if I'm the boyfriend, I'll be pissed
But
off at
that's
this
all
video.
past now.
Why? It was a
I hope
pass.
I never see you again.
She still,
Yes!
She still is in
I
love
hope
with
I
him.
never see you again. I hate your guts.
I wipe my hands of you.
Wipe my hands of you. Eat shit. Yo. What? Oh. Yo, next year's one's gonna be crazy. Yes.
Take your water.
Yes. Wipe your hands. Yes, yes. Yeah, I hope he had Pringles before. Yes, Dorito dust.
Oh, snap.
Wow, look at her.
Shout out to the soundtrack. I love this
Yo,
joint.
exactly.
Oh, so there you have it, man.
Wow.
That was the
Wow.
updated version of Her
Wow.
Bay.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Tune in next year.
I think we've been all deceived, though. I think their main purpose, from what they admitted, was that they just wanted to get put on.
Listen,
No,
They're supposed
she
to help-
didn't say that. He said that.
Listen,
Well,
she
I
still
think
doesn't
he-
want
I
to
think
admit next year.
she
That was
doesn't wanna
great.
admit
I think he's being honest. I don't
I
think
agree with that.
Yo.
She looks terrible now. Like
compared to
before,
last year.
she looked.
David
like
says, why do we need to do this, Mad Lamb? David, shut your mouth. What you can do. This is great. Okay? Musclehead says she is sticking to the script no matter what.
Yeah,
As she should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she let it slip though. Like my career has gone through the roof, and
Yeah. That was a clear sign.
Meanwhile, he can't be assistant manager at the damn AutoZone. Wait a minute. Weren't you that guy?
It's a hit
Weren't you
out
that
for him,
dick
that's
from
why.
Hurt Bay?
Yeah.
We'll call you. Yes.
yeah, man. Wow.
David is calling him a loser.
Why is he a loser?
Why is he
David,
a
please,
loser?
what is this? One of your sisters? Relax.
I just want to know why he's a loser. I think he was keeping it 100.
No, I think he was keeping it 100.
I
When
don't
he hit,
think
he
he-
hit her with that cyst. That was brutal.
Yeah. No, when he hit her with that, I never want to see you again.
Yeah, that was
The
crazy.
cyst hurt even more. Jesus.
I'm sorry, but if I'm the boyfriend of that girl, I'd be asking some questions, man. I'm sorry.
Why?
You see the emotion
you
she
a
had?
jealous boyfriend.
I'm not jealous boyfriend at all.
I think
I'm not a jealous boyfriend at all.
She still looks like she had emotions for him.
Why be with me if you still have emotions? It's clear in that video, regardless of how staged that thing is. You could clearly see that she has deep feelings.
So you've never been in a relationship with somebody and still kind of have feelings for somebody else?
I want to do a video and publicize it.
They're doing it for money. They just said it.
I don't care. I'm the boyfriend. I still will feel a way if I see that video. Think about it. If you were in a situation, then I'm sorry.
Don't bring me up.
Thank you. That reaction that you're making right now.
I just got out the doghouse. Do not bring me up.
The reaction you're making right now is a telling sign.
Please
That's a telling response. That's a telling response.
You out the doghouse now?
David, I would answer David back, but I'm trying to be nice here. Black History Month. David just called me a loser for no reason.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, at least he used your correctly.
So he didn't call you king? Oh man.
He ain't call me king. He be alright though.
Oh man. That's disappointing.
As soon as I bash his fat ass on Facebook, I'll be that wrong. So I'm gonna leave him alone. You sloppy motherfucker. Anyway, back to y'all. Let me show for now.
What did you do, David? What did you do, David?
Manwich sandwich without the bread eating motherfucker. Please.
What did you do, David?
Oh wow.
No, sorry about that.
Which David is this?
The twins brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
The chef that do more eating and cooking. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not getting involved. I'm not taking it. I'm not partaking.
Nah, man, call me names. I'm chilling.
He said
king and queen.
He said B. You still a king.
All right, I'm gonna chill for now.
So you just not gonna take back everything you just said?
I'm gonna chill. I'm saying no more.
Right, so moving right along, since we are the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show, I think it's time for us to incorporate some church into our show.
Don't look at me. Don't come for me.
I'm not coming for you.
For me.
So this is a pastor who's trying to give us the word and trying to educate us on what we need to look out for in a real woman. Let's go. Let's hear it.
You so-called Christian-looking whores.
Whoa.
Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breasts implants, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute. Amen. Yeah, man. Go to church now. Go to church. Got nothing but a singing hoe, a shouting hoe, a organ playing hoe, a choir director hoe. Hey, preacher. If what I just said describe your wife, you're married to a hoe.
Oh my God.
Am I right, I said? Talk to me.
Yo, the mad faces across the screen. Amen.
A man that's a real man don't want his wife out in the street looking like a prostitute. And you a holy woman? Amen. Or claim you's a Christian? Christian with skin-tight pants. Showing the very shape of your birth canal. Going to some church with the shape of your birth canal exposed in public and jeans all up the backside of your behind.
Well, let me go change my clothes and take my nails off.
Going to church. That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
You leaving?
Wow. Trinimon demands to know what is happening out here in these streets. David says he ain't lying.
David, what you mean
Tanya
he ain't lying?
says, ouch.
Like, stop.
Yo, look at all the upset hoes.
Please.
See the one with the long hair right there with that hat on next to the one with the black on?
Oh, she
She's
look pissed.
I want the old lady right there at the bottom. That's who I want to talk to.
Yo, run
Look
that
at her
back.
face.
Yo, run that back. That was,
You say you're married to a
Because
hoe.
their reaction afterwards is like, wait a minute, who is he talking
You
about?
didn't see me? I'm like, hold on one second.
Who is he talking about?
That's right. You so-called Christian-looking whores.
Jesus
Jumping in some church,
Should be a rapper.
flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breast implants, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute.
And now look at their reaction. Look at their reaction. I don't agree. No, yeah, I don't.
Go to church now. Go to
Like,
church.
that
You got nothing but a singing hoe.
Okay,
a
we're good.
Yo,
we're good.
All right, so the women who are offended, but the men, do you like the type of women he's describing? Because I don't have any problem. The fake breasts ain't my thing, but everything else he said, that's pretty much a prerequisite.
He said
Yes.
red
Ladies,
lipstick,
keep the nails
red
done.
lipstick. Yeah, I like it.
You know they gotta keep the feet
First
done
of
around
all,
me. You know that.
always,
Like, keep that done.
From the time we were 8 or 9, he used to look at people's hands and toes.
Yes, me
like,
too.
yo,
Yes,
no lie.
yes,
like,
he knows me.
I'm
That
telling
is
you.
yes.
I get my feet done every week. I get my fingers done every 2 weeks.
As you're supposed to.
Like, excuse me. Like, what do you like? First of all, you
according
want,
to him,
you
you're a
want
prostitute.
women, right? You want women to keep up their appearance. Then you get mad because you don't like the type of shaped nails they have.
Because we
Like,
don't want to see the
these
shape.
crazy.
Because they look
He
like
don't
wear
want
my
a
red
woman. He
lipstick
want
when
a
I
brother.
want.
Yeah, he want a
Right.
brother.
Clearly, he want a brother.
Like
Like,
bird claws.
When I want. I will wear my jeans like I want. Like who? So what you want in here? You want them wrapped up, and that's not what we
Tight
do.
jeans all up in your behind.
No, you know the funny, a preacher like this is probably a guy who goes out and gets
He
prostitutes.
want a brother.
Oh yeah.
He probably gets prostitutes and
Yeah.
all that
But male
stuff.
ones.
Male ones, yeah.
Like what are you talking about?
Because everything he described is women making themselves, enhancing
Right.
themselves.
Right.
Again, I'm not with the fake breasts, so I'll feel him
Right,
there.
right,
But
right.
like even then, I wouldn't be in church talking about it.
Right.
Oh, he grabbed his book and left.
It's funny because the women there kind of looked upset, like, wait a minute, I like
Yeah,
the
but he
girls.
mentioned regular women. Like, so
Yeah.
damn, what does he think about Amber Rose in them? Like, he mentioned regular everyday women shit.
I'm thinking I'm coming to church looking my best. I'm polished, my hair's done, my nails, and you telling me I'm a whore? Like no, I'm not.
Well, you see a
I
lot of
ain't
people
going to
leaving
your
that congregation.
church. I will not put my $20 in your bucket.
P.I. Scott says he needs to shut up. I agree.
Oh, man. All right, let's go to
Maya says, God says, come as you are.
Preach it.
Also indeed.
Yeah, listen,
You imagine being a guest in that church and you look like that and you dress up to go to your friend's church and he starts talking.
Don't come to my church.
Yo, Danielle said it best. They should have left the church. Indeed.
Yeah.
well, they look kind of plain themselves. Like, they look very...
It's clearly some sort of culty type of thing.
type of
Because
church.
if you
Everybody
notice, the
look the
women are
same.
sitting one side,
Yeah,
I assume the men are on the other side.
And everybody look the same. You
Everybody
know
look
it's,
the same.
it's
with the
very
white.
culty when everybody wears the same exact thing.
That's right.
to refer to women who wear makeup
As a singing hoe.
as a singing hoe.
As I'm sitting here because I took 20 minutes to do my face this morning.
Because you a singing hoe. You a prostitute.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You
All
an
right.
organ playing hoe. That's my favorite part.
This next clip is I'll just let the video play. This is kind of wild.
On a point of order, Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members,
what you did to us in the past, do it also to the white man.
Now look at Shorty in the background. Look at Shorty in the background.
Listen, honorable members. Not the DA in this house, not the ANC, because they stand up as they wish whenever they want to do that, and then they will instruct us.
Oh my God!
They will instruct us to withdraw to withdraw the statements that you are making, but you can't do it to them.
Listen,
we
honorable
cannot
member.
be under threat of the DA in this house, nor the ANC, because they stand up as they wish whenever they want to do that, and then they will instruct us to sit down. They will instruct.
Searching for some serious gold.
I can't do.
Big nuggets.
Wow.
And she's looking at it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know it's kind of a different level of.
Did you hear a word that the poor
No,
woman was trying to say?
Not at all. I heard
She
nothing.
probably
I
talking
just heard
about.
do it to the white people, and then all of a sudden that
was like
she talking about preserving the vibranium, and
she preserving them nuggets.
we can't even listen to her off the straight of what's going on
I
behind
really
her.
hate y'all for what this is about to be.
So
I really do.
this was the recent amateur night at a club, and
Dave says, "I'm sorry." Before you go,
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
David says, "Damn, what tribe in Wakanda was this? My kings and queens. We
Yeah.
will not. We will
It wasn't
not.
Wakanda.
Okay,
no,
we will not condone this."
yeah, this was a amateur night. So for your aunties or whoever was wanting, always had that dream of
Amateur night, you say?
Yes,
yes. They can come up from the audience and
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can play that.
I really can't stand y'all for this. I wanna say sorry to everybody on this panel.
Great grandmama. This motherfucker fought in World War I.
Oh my lord.
You got a damn lie. You graduated in 1901 with my auntie. You was a medic in World War II.
She was
You
World
was
War
the
II.
first black Atlanta cheerleader, the first guinea pig for ass shots. Bitch, you a vampire. Huh? She old as fuck. I don't know how old she is. She dancing Jesus. What damn lie, man. You old Jesus, 2 pieces of silver.
This is so sad.
How's she supposed to shake her ass for cash after this?
Sad. This is really sad.
We have no birth records.
You have no birth records.
This is really sad. I don't like what they do to this.
Only, ladies and gentlemen, for the oldest dancer in this dispensation of time, please put your hands together for your nanos, nano.
Okay. Come on. Oh my lord. Who said she owes you? That was coming from a machine.
You get Social Security, you get EBT, you get free rent, you get free transportation to the hospital. You ain't got to show your grandfather. You fuck everybody at Shady G, man. You do lap dance for old man.
I don't know why you're watching this. This is somebody's grandmother.
Who obviously is proud of herself.
Oh, no, we gotta stop it there. Oh my God, we gotta stop it there. Yo, we gotta stop it there.
So
okay. Ratings, everybody, between 1 and 10. Bino, what do you give her?
-23.
I'll give her the day she was born.
Yo,
I really,
man
this
told her
is
she got no
really
birth
bad.
records. What kind of shit is that?
He said that she owed Jesus 2 pieces of silver.
Sweet Mama said she's a Luke's original. David asked, did she just do the funky chicken?
She did.
Tanya, like the rest of us, is disgusted. Gabriel's not pleased with any of us right now.
Nana.
Bro, and she just stood there and ate that shit.
I know.
Yo, I'd have ran out the room.
Wow.
But did you see how she started her beginning like this? And he was still talking about you owe Jesus 2 pieces of silver?
Bro.
She was prepping.
She was born in 1902.
Gabriel says -100. David said she had moves.
She had moves.
I mean, for old age,
David, are you trying to be funny?
Dirtbags on the low. I think one of you nasty mother.
She had moves. The whole flip. You didn't like the flip?
What she need to do is move off the stage. Talking about she got moves.
She did a flip. I like the flip she did.
Did you see how those things she has her breasts look like socks? Like they was just hanging everywhere.
Hey man, I think she did her thing. We gotta call her. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what the asshole they have me watching this already blasted morning dread?
What?
Yeah.
What the fireball they have me watching this already blasted morning star?
Yeah. Yo, Chitty man, chill out, V. Okay?
Yo. I just wanted to pass and give all a shout out, but fireball that I take in that back dread, me coming through with all that Matrix dread.
Somebody
what do you say, man?
He's taking it back like the Matrix.
He was going to give us all a shout out, but he's taking all that back.
He said fireball.
Yeah.
It's just like the Matrix.
Fireball,
where's the sign guy from the African video? Yeah, exactly.
We need to torch in every single one of us.
Fire bun.
Fire bun, yeah.
Fire
burning us all. Fire burning us all.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Triniman. So Triniman, later on today, you're going to go see Black Panther?
Yes.
You better hold them tickets legit because your homeboy ordered them. your homeboy over here.
Voice said he paid for the tickets. And he said you guys are going.
In other words, you guys are sneaking into the cinema.
Check them tickets.
You guys may not have seats. You'll be standing on the stairs.
Listen,
he might give you a broom and a shirt.
A broom and a shirt?
Yep.
Yo, my ass. No broom, no. Yo. Anyway, I just wanted to give all a shout out. Tell all let's do that Matrix this morning. But hey, B.
Yes, Mom.
We're gonna have to talk.
Sure, man. Right? Sure, man. I'll be available after the show. Yes.
Yeah, I will use Persia on you as leverage.
Oh man,
Ross, whatever you need. Okay. When you talk like that, whatever you need. Okay. By the way, Lemuel says Trini Man loved it.
Oh wow.
Any truth to this? Trini Man. All right. Just let me ask you a question. If the lights are low, it's been a while, and she comes over to the Trinidad. What our audience wants to know, will you take it down? Triniman, I asked the tough questions around here. Triniman, please.
Triniman, I love Trinidad.
She had don't end up
I'm glad you did.
Triniman.
Don't end up back in that.
He's so funny. I'm glad you did. like he put in a word.
Yo, shut your mouth,
Crystal coming down. Make sure you take care of her, man.
Shut your mouth, B.
Sorry, Trini, beloved. I'll talk to you later, yes?
All right, Trini, man.
Yes.
All right, take care.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He wants his apology.
So you going to the movies with Trini, man?
Yes, I'm going to the movies with Trini.
Wow.
Yo, what kind of
Surprise,
bro
surprise.
date? But here, man.
He does know there
Do
were
you
no
guys
Trini.
sit next to each other, or do you put the popcorn in the middle and share?
No, we're brothers.
Gay. But yeah, man. Yeah, have a good time, guys.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah,
There's
just gay. But yeah,
No,
okay.
his family. His family.
All right, man. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have News a Little Weird, Sunday morning breakfast.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth? You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
It feels like you're frozen, petrified. You're struggling with your mortgage payments. The bills begin to pile up. Not knowing what to do, you do nothing at all. And that's the worst thing you can do. Because if you take action, if you do something about your mortgage problems, you're far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making Home Affordable is a free government program. Call 888-995-HOPE to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now. Call 888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov and do something about your mortgage problems. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
All right, Sunday morning breakfast news of the weird. Brought to you by Agaman. Agaman soap. For that earthy feel. And you still want to be clean. Check out Agaman.
Yes.
Y'all got any new what's it? I don't want to call it, not flavors. What we consider new scents or new soap? What's it called?
Yeah, new scents, new flavors.
How's the one that's named after you? How's that?
Yeah, how's that
going? Really well.
What is it? Lavoie?
Lavoie.
The fact that you remember that.
How can I forget it called Lavoie? Like it's unbelievable.
All right, so I've heard of crazy things of people trying to hide evidence, but this one's pretty nasty. So, out in Texas, police say a Texas woman attempted to hide evidence during an arrest by defecating in her pants and using the feces to conceal the drugs.
Wow.
Smart. We're investigating a report of a theft at a grocery store on Wednesday when they attempted to subdue a female suspect, and they took her into custody. Police say they placed Shannon Martin in the back of the police cruiser where they say she intentionally defecated in her pants, then hid the crack pipe and 2.3 grams of crack cocaine and a Valentine's Day card in her excrement. Officers, now these are real officers. Officers had to sift through the woman's feces to retrieve the evidence after Martin was booked on charges of tampering with evidence and possession of a controlled substance.
Also gross.
That is, yeah.
That's when you don't appreciate your job.
That's why, like, really, like, I'm not gonna lie, you could get an elbow, nightstick. I don't. You really gonna take a? So you're gonna take a dump and then kind of like. You're gonna kind of take a dump and then kind of move stuff in. Let's cover the crack pipe, cover the cocaine. Yeah,
I have nothing to say about this foolishness whatsoever.
Yeah, and then there's this another story where at NYU, this is New York. This is considered the most liberal place in America.
Correct.
Okay. NYU, they issued an apology for a racially insensitive meal served during Black History Month. Apparently they served watermelon and collard greens to represent Black History Month.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
I'm not gonna.
Yo, and it was like watermelon water.
Like, yeah, well, I guess it was like a drink or something like that. Yeah,
which sounds delicious, by the way. But continue.
Yeah, they served Kool-Aid and watermelon. I want to make sure they. Here's the story. When Kayla Eubanks saw a sign for Black History Month special menu in New York University's dining hall on Tuesday, she was interested to see what they were serving. So you see the school trying to get involved with Black history, and all right, you get it. Like, all right, cool. She was stunned to see the full menu was ribs, collard greens, cornbread, smashed yams, mac and cheese, 2 beverages, red Kool-Aid, and watermelon flavored water.
Watermelon flavored water.
Now let me just play devil's advocate here, though. That sounds like a pretty damn good menu, though.
Yo, but
I'm just saying.
How many of you guys, you Negroes, had watermelon flavored water? What
never.
Is that?
I've never had that ever. The Kool-Aid, no.
You've never had Kool-Aid?
No, I'm saying I've had Kool-Aid.
Okay, I was about to say.
The Kool-Aid, no, that Kool-Aid is blatant. Like, out of all the drinks to make for Black History Month, you pick Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Why do they even have to? I don't know if they give other menus for other like nationalities, like for Chinese. You know, like I don't.
Do you really make lo mein or fried rice?
I mean, lo mein is the first thing I thought about, but
there's one thing when it's stereotypical. Like, all right, so the ribs and sweet potatoes and all that.
Ribs aren't considered. Yeah, are ribs considered Black?
They are to me. Yeah,
that's Black history.
I mean, it's Southern history.
Right.
Okay, all right.
It's Southern food.
Right.
Yeah, right.
What the watermelon and stuff?
The watermelon.
You could have did without. You could have did without the watermelon. Well, at least they didn't have watermelon and fried chicken.
So let's take. All right, hold on. So let's try to do this. Let's take out the red Kool-Aid and the watermelon flavored water. The menu itself
was not bad.
It's fine. My job every Thursday of this month, besides me going around harassing my coworkers with Beloved and Kings,
right?
They have made food honoring some sort of Black country.
Okay.
So one time they had African food.
Okay.
And because they knew me, they made Liberian food, and it was actually dope.
Okay.
And then last Thursday they did African American food, Southern food, and it was along the lines of that, without the Kool-Aid and the racism.
Right.
Whoa, hold the bigotry. You know what I mean? Like without any of that, it was all good. I have no issues.
Eubanks said she asked one of the cafeteria managers about it and was told, "Yeah, it's Black History Month." The student said she was having a hard time believing this was being served at the university, like NYU, which prides itself for being diverse and inclusive. She then told others about what was going on. A fellow student, Nia Harris, came to investigate for herself. I talked to the head cook, who told me Black people put this menu together and assured me that it was not racially insensitive.
Can you imagine? Guys, Tyrone, come here. Are you sure this isn't racist? Because I don't want any problems, Tyrone.
Over the ingredients.
Like, come on. Cut it
Tyrone want what he really want to eat.
And Tyrone dumbass. No, it's all good. Put some Kool-Aid in it. Like, come on.
I really, you know what? I don't think the cook is lying.
I don't think the cook is lying
I
either.
don't think the cook is lying. I think that they
assured me it wasn't racist.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they probably. You know, white people are like, is it along the lines of, because I didn't want to stretch.
Yeah.
They're scared now. They tiptoe.
The prerequisite questions they always ask them. They want to make sure they're not going to put.
I'm just wondering where, because I guess they're mentioning the whole meal. But like I said, I think the offensive part was the drinks, not the meal itself.
I don't think it's the meal. I think it's the drink.
Because what's even more offensive is what the hell is watermelon water? What is that?
Which part pisses you off more? That is racist or is watermelon water?
But it's the watermelon water part. Like, what is that? Like, insult me, have the shit make some sense. Like, what is watermelon water? Just have the watermelon there. Like, what is...
Don't have no watermelon. No, do not listen to him.
No
watermelon
just
should be
use regular
served.
watermelon, period. What next? Collard green water? What is this?
It's NYU.
But that's what makes it offensive.
Right. No, that's NYU. Like how Whole Foods is selling asparagus water and charging like $7 for it.
I see sweet potato water. I'm out. I'm walking out. Like, come on. Seriously.
It says within 24 hours, NYU President Andrew Hamilton responded with a statement calling the menu inexcusably insensitive and saying the school's food vendor, Aramark, did not discuss the menu choices with them beforehand.
Yes.
That error was compounded by insensitivity of the replies made to a student who asked Aramark staff on site how the choices were made.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
Thomas from Virginia just sent me a website for watermelonwater.com.
It's healthy though.
Oh, look at this one.
It is.
Isn't it? But that's like, no, wait a minute. Watermelon and water do the same thing. They don't both hydrate you.
Yeah, but there's
But it's
more.
like-
There's more minerals about it.
Nobody ever drinks watermelon water. I've never
That's
heard
exactly
that.
my point.
Nobody drinks
Thank you.
watermelon water. That doesn't make
But
any
it's
sense.
healthy though.
Yo,
That's what the
Thomas
fitness guru
with
said.
the bigger breakdown. So this watermelonwater.com, apparently Beyonce is an investor in this brand.
Look, can I see it? Because I think I've heard of that.
Well, there you have
No,
it.
there's no. I think no. The watermelon water is a different thing than what. This was actually watermelon in water.
I've heard that,
The
yes.
other thing that he's talking about is actually like it's supposed to. I think I've had this before at an event.
I was about to say.
Yeah, they've had.
Because I'll put the queen on the coon train fast, please.
No, but this was legitimately pieces of watermelon in water.
Rich says sounds delicious. Rich, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's your damn story. You're gonna catch me and Rich drinking some watermelon water at a bar.
You won't
later.
have fried chicken, but you'll have watermelon water.
Yo, B, I don't do fried chicken in public, and this is why. This is exactly why. When I said I don't do this, y'all looked at me funny.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's ask this question though. If somebody approaches you and says, "Listen, we want to honor Black History Month by serving up a menu that reflects Black history," what is on the menu? And I would imagine the
That
rib.
food is fine. There'll be no Kool-Aid. There'll be none of that. I only have
Why
Kool-Aid
is-
at black establishments where I know they're not making fun of me.
I haven't had Kool-Aid since I was a teenager.
Yeah, I've had Kool-Aid.
Oh, y'all so damn mature. Whatever.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm not gonna lie.
Kool-Aid yesterday.
Yeah, look, I don't drink Kool-Aid. Yeah, I had Kool-Aid this morning, yes.
I know for damn sure none of us has had watermelon water in like years, or
No.
if ever.
There's no
I don't
in
like
all my
watermelon.
years.
I don't like watermelon. I hate watermelon. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, King. It's fine. It's fine.
Now she ain't no queen
I don't
anymore,
like-
huh?
I don't like- I don't
she
like
ain't no queen no
watermelon.
more. Huh?
Unbeloved at, yes.
I don't like watermelon. I don't like any melon. I don't like cantaloupe, honeydew, nothing. I don't like anything in the melon family.
You're black and West Indian, and you
Yes.
just made that statement. You don't like no kind of melon.
I
Nothing.
ain't no melon at all. And I also don't like curry. And I'm full West Indian.
Hey, what you want to add?
How do you? How are you?
I don't
not-
do curry.
You don't like watermelon at all?
I don't like watermelon at all.
Watermelon is like my favorite.
I
fruit.
don't. I hate watermelon.
Don't let them know that though. Don't let them.
Yeah, sure. I saw some white people in the audience. You didn't hear that, Brad? Everybody, Bino likes watermelon, huh? Yo, later on I go home, ding dong, delivery. What's this? I'm not expecting anyone.
Don't let them know that.
Yo, what?
It's a black secret.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's.
Yo, David says I hate watermelon too. What the hell is going on with y'all today?
I don't. I love me some
What?
melons.
Yo,
that are
Sweet Mama
water.
got a picture of me with the whole watermelon in front of my face.
Send
I'm
that
here
to me,
with it.
please.
Absolutely not.
No. No.
That picture does
I
not
need
make the
that.
internet or
I
anywhere.
will
that
pay.
Summer Jam
I will
screen.
pay for that.
Yo, what?
Nah, remember that video we looked at? It was a few months ago with the woman around the whole.
Oh my gosh.
She was
tearing up that
chopping on
watermelon.
that. Oh my
Disgraceful.
god. Oh. We're not eating it like that, but
J-Lex says I rock with honeydew.
Ugh.
are we gonna do top five
Everyone's
melons?
gonna, yes,
Top
exactly.
five melons.
Yes.
Now.
We have another poll question today.
Now, will do you mind eating it in front of?
David is right. He says that's a coon pick and be careful. You exactly right, Sweet Mama. No, she ain't putting that up nowhere. She ain't sending it to
Is
nobody. We
there?
good.
Do you mind eating it in front of certain people?
Only in front of black people. I'm sorry. Brad, I'm sorry.
Do you ever feel embarrassed that...
I don't eat it.
But you'll have fried chicken, right?
In front of... Yeah. No.
You don't eat watermelon?
Why are we
Hold on.
self-conscious?
Wait. No, let me really think about this.
Why are we self-conscious about what we
I'm
eat in
sorry.
front of
It's just y'all done made too much of a mockery.
Yeah.
So you don't eat watermelon?
I don't like watermelon. What? We just had
We
2
just had-
minutes
No,
on
I'm
this.
just-
Where
no.
were you?
I'm just not
Where
believing
were
it.
you?
I'm not believing it. You seriously don't?
I hate watermelon. Yes, I hate it.
Bino?
I hate it.
You seriously Wow. don't?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hate watermelon.
But you're from the Caribbean.
So what? There was not watermelons
Man, like-
grown in my backyard.
Literally, I just repeated
My
this.
grandmother ate the egg. Go pick the watermelon.
It's just not registered as believable.
You work for T-Mobile?
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I had
2
to-
minutes we spent on this.
I just don't believe it.
No,
I have to ask the question again and see if there's a different answer that comes out of it.
No, I don't like watermelon at all.
Yo, somebody wake this fool up. Yo,
I just didn't believe it.
I said, just go back to bed, B. Don't
I
worry
just
about
didn't believe it. I can't believe it. You really don't like watermelon.
Yo.
For the third and final time, I do not like watermelon. No.
Yo, how do you say don't like watermelon in French or whatever
Ask him,
language?
he know every language
in Creole.
Say it in Spanish.
Oh, man.
Yo,
I can't believe it. I'm
Musclehead,
sorry.
come get your man, yo. Exactly.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll come back, winners and losers.
Somebody already took a damn break. Somebody's already listening to our diabetes commercial.
Yo.
Do you have type 1 diabetes? Voices counting. If you have 4 fingers, you probably have type 1 diabetes. Voices already in commercial land already.
Yo.
Jesus.
She really doesn't like
Yo. Yeah.
She really doesn't.
Yo, wasn't a detective? Yo, they didn't solve the case already. Aha! It was a cook. The cook's already handcuffed with his head down.
Already serving time. Already serving time.
Life.
I know who
I'm just
did.
saying, you're being truthful about this, for real. You are really being truthful about this.
Oh, my God.
I do not like watermelon. No, I don't.
What the hell's wrong with your man?
What is so big about? No, I
Yo.
don't like watermelon.
We've said watermelon more than beloved this episode, and I don't like that. Okay? Beloved. Light-skinned belovedette does not like watermelon. T-Mobile belovedette, she does not like watermelon.
You believe it?
Okay?
You believe it?
Yes, I believe her. Okay. She don't like a lot of black shit. It's all good. Now,
Fair
please,
enough.
the diabetes commercial. So the rest of us can enjoy what Voice has been listening to.
Yo.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm gonna keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/bloodpressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Yeah, it's me, your heart. Listen to me. We've got to talk. High blood pressure is serious, and yours? Whoa. What happened to us? We used to be so much more active. But lately you've been ignoring me. I know you think I'm just gonna keep ticking away forever, but you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know that. But I like my job. Just treat me better. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. Let's get to it. After all, we're in this together.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/bloodpressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Hi, I'm Layla Ali. I might be undefeated in professional boxing, but there's one problem even I can't fight alone: childhood hunger. Over 17 million kids in America may not know where their next meal is coming from. That's 1 in 5 children. Yet billions of pounds of surplus food produced right here in America just get thrown out every year. That's more than enough to feed every last hungry child. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids before it goes to waste. But they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by going to feedingamerica.org. Together we can knock out hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
To help solve hunger in your community and to find your local food bank, visit feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Why don't you sit down and shut up?
What? Why don't I sit down and what?
I said, why don't you sit down and shut up? Sit down and shut up! 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 Sit down and shut up!
Sit down and shut up!
Sit down and shut up!
Yes, winners and losers sit down segment of the week for the week of, what's today? February 25th.
Yes.
Let's start off with winners. Bino, who is your winner for this week, sir?
My winner is all of you. Well, except for you, Preacher, the voice. But everyone that has made this Black History Month so memorable and great, from Black Panther to my coworkers who allowed me to use weird black handshakes to them and not reporting me to HR. I appreciate all of you. This has been the greatest Black History Month, and I don't know since when. Can we all agree to this?
What is that noise?
Minus the beloved, because somebody's eating.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Preach.
I don't know.
You hear that?
Just sounds like a siren.
Sounds like a fire
I think somebody
alarm or
coming for us.
So before they kick the damn door down, let's wrap this up, yes?
Well, fair enough.
That's right. So Black History Month, yes, that's my winner.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Voice, who's your winner, sir?
I'm going to give it to all the kids out in South Florida and the kids that were speaking out. It's amazing to me to see exactly where their mentality is and the verbiage they're using. They always say that, when you go through a situation where your life is on the line, it changes your life forever. The fact that they're all being interviewed on TV and they're speaking out, knowing a lot of things about the NRA, so on and so forth, it really speaks to another revolution that's coming that's going to change the industry. And I'm hoping that the fact that they're speaking out all these things that are going on with the assault rifles and so on and so forth is going to change the position of the NRA, probably even close them down.
Yeah, close them down.
Yeah, hopefully.
Good luck.
Bless your heart.
All right, Crystal, who's your winner for this week?
My winner for this week is definitely going to go to Chris Brown, because even with all the things he went through with Rihanna, he still shot his little shot and wished her a happy birthday on Instagram. And that's what you beat somebody's ass and still try to get with them. You are the real MVP. You were the real MVP, okay?
Definitely a lot of nerves there, yes.
Absolutely. My winner goes out to basically the corporations who kind of have backed off of sponsorship from the NRA. Now, this is tentative because I always feel like when anything like this happens, they'll back away and then they'll wait till everything dies down and they end up coming back. So let's see if this lasts long. What in the hell? Yeah, I gotta figure out.
That sounds like a car alarm now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a car alarm.
But yeah, I gotta give them credit. Well, let's see if this holds weight. But until then, you know what? They deserve some type of credit.
Absolutely.
Let's hope we can say that in 6 months from now. So, let's get to losers. We know who is your loser, sir.
So my losers this week, I have 2, and they're both rappers.
Okay.
And not because of their bad music, but because of them getting attacked live on video. Let's look at the first one here. This is Hell Rell, former member of the Dipset. Let's watch this action. So he's enjoying his 2 for $20 meal here, and then all of a sudden he gets a little company. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Oh.
You don't remember that? You don't remember that?
Look at this skate move.
What did he say? You don't remember that?
Yes. The guy beating him is saying you don't remember that.
What was the point? What were they beating him up for?
That's some good hits on.
Unbelievable.
You don't remember that? You don't remember that?
Now, getting jumped while you're eating with your family, that's not why I'm making him the loser here.
What?
Afterwards, he had the nerve to post a video quoting that he would have revenge and that he's a mobster. Now, I ask you, which mobster you know was sitting down here at Applebee's and getting his ass kicked while he's eating? Just which one? Name
the idea, like, why was he getting beat up anyway?
I said something or did something to these Long Island dudes. This is in Long Island.
Okay.
And this happened. Like, my thing is this. These rappers, they talk all this tough shit, and that's fine. But not every rapper's a tough guy.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right.
A man should be able to eat with his family and enjoy the meal without getting attacked.
I mean, it looks like the attackers look more like suckers than anything.
They all look like suckers
Right.
at the end of the day. But you to put up a video and talk some tough shit after you getting chumped out at a damn salad bar is ridiculous. Please. Now, we have this other rapper here. Y'all familiar with this? What is his name? Tekashi 6ix9ine.
yeah.
This weirdo from
Goddamn
Brooklyn.
Pedophile.
He's a weirdo.
He's a pedophile.
And he's from Bed-Stuy at that, which
Yeah.
really bothers me.
Don't even claim Brooklyn.
I know. But he's at the airport now in Los Angeles, and these shenanigans arrive.
Like, he was making a lot of threats during All-Star break. So
Well, they were
He
making
makes it all
threats
the time.
Yeah, he was like, yo, meet up, or blah, 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 and I'll handle y'all, and so on and so forth.
But now, if we look at the kid, does he look like he's ever been in a fight in his life?
Hell
prior to
no.
this?
His hair, his hair is
Got like blue
Skittles.
hair.
Yeah.
Speaking of Skittles, you've devoured my.
No, actually, I haven't. There's plenty of them
Unbelievable.
left. Plenty of them
No, please. Your sick flu hands have been.
Oh, yeah.
enjoy.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
This nigga 6ix9ine out here fighting.
Look at this foolishness.
Watch out, bitch, watch out.
Look at them. That is Tekashi getting jumped right now. They got him on the floor.
That nigga 6ix9ine in the street getting fucked up.
Sir, please let me do the narration.
I take it these kids haven't watched Black Panther yet.
No, not one king of beloved amongst them.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
So you got 5 people against 2, and you still get your ass whooped.
I mean, my thing is, I thought these were kings and queens.
I thought so too.
You just said that they said I can beat anywhere, and I'll handle it.
Well, he's looking like he's getting handed here. Okay.
You get what you asked for. Why can't you just make music and shut up?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Just be the weirdo like the rest of the weirdos ruining rap one day at a time and go about your business.
So you're a double loser, a pedophile, and you got your ass beat.
I don't know about the
Where's this pedophile stuff coming
He has
from?
admitted. He's admitted it last year in August that he child pornography and all that stuff and having sex with young kids. He has 17 counts.
What? How do they
He
still
didn't
have
admit
him
it. I
in-
think he got charged with
He
it.
admitted it in August. Check out the facts.
But if he
in
admitted
August.
it, how's he still here ruining our culture? I mean,
Because
getting attacked at the airport.
There's still a trial that has to be had. But the thing is, it was just in August. You know what I'm saying? But he had a conversation about it, and it shows that it was in August.
Just in August. It is
And he was getting
February.
after- Yeah. The trials take a while.
I'm looking it up. I haven't seen anything. I've
Yeah,
seen
why
details in child sex complaint against.
There's one admitted about with child porn.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's get to you. Okay. What do you have as?
Don't
loser?
usually do this, but I'm going to give it to the NRA. The NRA, the reason being is because they're trying to discredit these children. They're saying that they're being fueled this energy and given resources in order to go against gun control. One particular individual on CNN said that the kids don't have the cognitive capacity and they don't have the logistics to be this creative. And also the NRA went as far as saying that white grieving mothers are a ratings driver. So they're using their political agenda to try to, I guess, keep the guns in there, but they're trying to discredit all the children and trying to, I guess, take the guns out of the schools and just be safe. So if I'm the NRA, to be honest with you, I'd probably comply with just raising the laws a little bit. You're still going to have money. Just because somebody wants to raise the age to 21 years old and get rid of certain types of guns, you have other guns that you can sell. So I'll definitely give it to them.
All right. Crystal, who is your loser?
Round of applause. My loser of this week goes to Black China.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Black China.
Why is that?
Renee. That was a horrible rendition.
Oh.
whatever you were trying to play there.
Rendition. Was she singing?
Man. Yeah, what exactly? We mind getting into detail? What she
was doing a little bit of gymnastics. You know, she was stretching. She was, you know, kind of. You shamed us. That's what I'm trying to say. You shamed us, and I don't really have to go any further into what I'm saying to
Queen.
you.
Who was us? I had nothing to do with it.
Right?
Okay.
You shamed us. You were very lazy. That's all I'm gonna. I'm not gonna go into anything else. You know, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you need to Google it.
Yeah, well, she sex tape was released this week, and
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Does she sing?
No.
She dance?
No.
Act?
No.
She
So
strips.
her talent is whoever she sleeps with, or you know, that is her talent. That is why she's famous.
Okay,
Correct?
yep.
So she's famous for whoring, but yet you get caught on camera doing a sexual act.
Oh man.
And you are a D- in that regard.
Oh man.
What
Twitter
good
with a
are
blaze.
you?
Well, Twitter with a blaze. Okay.
What is your purpose?
Yeah, no.
So you're referring to the sex tape as below standard. It was not what you expected of her.
I was not proud.
Not proud.
No.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Cool.
Absolutely. Useless.
I'm not gonna. We don't need to get into any detail, but some of the things that she was doing on that tape was very below standard.
She was doing one thing, and it was absolutely ridiculous.
What am I looking at here? What did you just?
What were we talking about?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
All right, yeah, he's a sex offender. All right,
Okay, thank you. All right.
All right. My loser goes out to those 4 deputy cops who waited, did nothing. You have one job, man. You get a gun, you become a police officer, and you have a job to do, and that job is to protect, and you failed to do so. And unfortunately, listen, 4 minutes is a very long time, especially when somebody's shooting an AR-15 at young kids. Okay. You are deemed irresponsible people with guns, and yet you were not responsible with a gun, and unfortunately, people lost their lives. Not saying they would have saved every life.
He could have done something.
He could have done something, and the simple fact that you guys didn't do anything.
That man said he about to retire.
And not only that, now you give people an out on the right to say, well, you know what, guns weren't the issues; those 4 officers were the issues. When we all know, no, it was a gun issue. Now, granted, like I said, those 4 deputies run into that classroom or run into that school. It doesn't necessarily mean they protect everybody or they stop anybody, but they could have done something.
Been some sort of deterrent,
right?
Like
They could have changed something. Maybe the debt is 10 as opposed to 17. Not saying that that's still acceptable, but it's still something.
They're supposed to be the good guys with the guns.
And not
You
think that
you were the good guys with the guns
And
at
you're
the
supposed to serve and protect.
Yes.
You couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that. So, and this is a job you chose. You were not drafted for this. So you understand when you do apply for a job like this, and you understand that's your responsibility to protect and serve. That is part of joining a squad like this. And you failed to do so. So those are my losers of the week. All right, let's get out of here. Let's start with our shout-outs. Voice, who's on your shout-out list?
Okay, shout-outs to Team Oceanside. I'm going to see y'all soon. Shout-outs to Miss Barbie, Mr. Hunter, of course. Shout-outs to Mr. Trinity Mountain. We're all going to be going to the movies, except for Hunter. Sorry. Shout-outs to Tanya for watching him. And shout-outs to a couple birthdays I have this week. Shout-outs to Kim. Shout-outs to Dave. And shout-outs to Samantha.
All right, Crystal.
Shout out to all my people that I saw listen today. Kelly, Karen, Kenny, thank you so much. And Big Zaddy. See you later, honey.
Awkward.
Okay, Monique.
I said it first.
All right, Bino.
All right, shout out to Sweet Mama as always. Shout out to all you kings and queens as well. Like I said, this has been a great month. Even you, Preach. Shout out to you as well. Shout out to our super engineer, Boris, who's making his once a month appearance. Yo, Boris, as soon as I dapped the Boris, yo, man, I'm happy to see you, blah, blah, blah. He said, you know I won't be here next week, right? Boris, say no more, but you got it. I want no problems. Yo, y'all missed it. Y'all missed the story about how Boris and Preach, connected. Classic.
Wow.
Yeah, yo, he found Boris on the streets.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Perry? Yo, what? Preach saved him from a life of crime. But anyway, that's for another place and time, yes? Go ahead, Preach.
I mean, I don't know where he finds these stories from, but whatever. Shout out all the viewers, listeners. We appreciate the love. Shout out the family for getting me sick. Listen, man, the flu sucks. All right. Listen, it sucks out here, man.
Wait, you got the flu?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, kid.
I'm not a king.
That's what you're telling me?
I'm not a king anymore?
No. I'm
not a king.
I cannot afford to get the flu.
I went from being a king to a kid. That's amazing. Wow.
That's right. Nasty beloved.
Yeah, I'm no longer beloved.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm just B. Come on, B. Yeah, man. So everybody be safe, man. Get healthy, because this shit sucks.
Drink
your water. If I come in here next week with the flu.
You're not gonna have the flu. Did you have the flu already?
No, I did not.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, shit out of luck.
You are.
All right, man. Sunday Morning Breakfast. We out of here.